heaven. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. And we'll grow in number, fueled by
Hello and welcome. Today in SLE we have a hyped matchup between Runtime and Team Wittigen, representing both Division 1 and Division 2 first seed teams. The matchup is so hyped that they even decided to try out an experimental analyst desk. Today here it's me, Savage from Gucci Gaming. One of the casters for today and Gucci star midliner Savonix. Say hi, Adrian. And to assist us with the stream, as always, the wonderful Dreadpool. Yes, previously these teams have played in the playoffs already. They have had some close and less close series. Wittigen has struggled. They went in tournament with high expectations, but after a month of waiting, they finally got to play against Evo and looked like a different team from the one that we expected to see from a regular season. Meanwhile, Runtime got eliminated in first round in top bracket against Gucci Gaming, but the performance was was quite better than expected, as they took one game from Gucci and went to the series deciding third game. And after that, in bottom bracket, they met against their Division 2 rivals, Jalapenos, and took the series quite easily with quick 2-0. That sets up a very exciting bottom bracket semifinals. Let's look at who is playing. It's Runtime with Eren in jungle, Vian in mid lane, Dia Sobo in AD carry, Leunam in support, and Asturach, the pentakill man and Viego player in top lane. Have to acknowledge that Frey, the substitute mid laner, will not be playing today. That means that Runtime will play without their highest KDA player in the whole SLE. So Ian will have to step up in mid lane, and it's also good news because their star AD carry Dia Sabo is playing, and he might be a key factor for Runtime in the games. What do you think, Adrian? How do you see Runtime performing today?
Okay, so as you mentioned, Runtime coming into this series, they're on a good run of form. They had a great game against Curtain Call, and they had a fantastic game against was it the Jalapenos as well. So I think momentum is on their side. I think the toughest part is yes, Vitagen is under. They did underperform against Evo. They weren't looking as strong as they have been in the regular season. But that being said, Vitagen is still no joke. You still have to respect them. I do think Vitagen have the edge, but Runtime need to try use their momentum and try to take the series with the good run of form.
Yes, that being said, let's jump into some do's and don'ts for Runtime first. Later, we're gonna look into Vitagen's game plan. What I want to play here first is their first round matchup against Gucci Gaming, where they drafted in game one. They drafted a very weak early game team comp with a farming jungler. You can play, and as you can see, at only a 10th minute of the game, they are already behind 2,000 gold, and it's all purely off laning because Gucci Gaming has picked high prio lanes with early ganking jungler, and they're absolutely running over Runtime. And I feel like that's something that they cannot afford to do against Vitagen. They will get run over by Vitagen as well in early game. Eren needs to pick an jungler that will help the lanes early and will pressure the game. Okay, and to look for good parts of the game, we can jump into our second replay. Not this one, the Pentacle. Yeah. Astorach with his signature pick, Viego, performed so good as he scored the pentakill in the second game against Jalapeno Peons. Beautiful mechanics, knowing how to play every single champion that he takes over. Maybe a little bit of face roll, but yes, the performances like these will be crucial for Runtime to make the upset happen today. Are you
Actually, it was
excited to
Shen.
see?
It was Shen who got the pentakill there.
Oh, true. My
No, I'm
bad.
kidding. Sorry.
You excited to see Astorach's Viego, Adrian?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those picks where Diego top is not that common anymore. It sort of fell off. I think of when they nerfed the passive healing on auto attacks, on minions. It got out of lanes. It used to be a three-way flex. Now it is just a jungle pick. So when I saw it being picked by Asta, I was surprised. But then my guy got a pentakill, so I mean, I guess it works. Might be one of those specialist picks, such as, I mean, our team have three of them, but it might be one of those specialist picks where Western might want to look out for that. So, yeah.
Yeah, agree. Also, they picked the Viego in their win against Gucci Gaming as well. So their Viego is still undefeated with 2-0. Might be a possible ban for Vitagen. Maybe they don't respect it and will just let them play it and try to destroy it in top lane.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to see. I think Vitagen's top laner, Captain, he's such a solid top laner. I think one of the stronger ones in the league. So that might be a factor for them to be like, maybe we don't need to ban him out. Maybe at the top lane we can just trust our boy Captain and to neutralize that Viego pick. But we'll have to see. I mean, Vitagen, as we said, coming off a rough series against Evo, so they're gonna want to try and do everything they can to bounce back.
Meanwhile, on Vitagen's side, I expect them to start thinking in draft. Don't just autopilot their picks, because some of the picks were very questionable. And as far as I've heard, the picks weren't even necessarily discussed. They were just picking champions that they just mention in the draft, and without any clear idea of why they are doing it and why are they not. And extremely important for Vitagen's play is going to be their MVP jungler Dutch. He has been the shining light in the team's success in regular season, as well as the rest of the squad, but he was the MVP and he needs to play like the MVP. As we can see in this first replay against Evo, in game one, he sets up a massive play. All the Vitagen is ready to follow. He goes in with a massive 4-man Jarvan ult, effectively just winning his team the game. Beautiful play.
Yeah.
And
I do want to add as well. I've been speaking to Dutch, and he's told me he's got some spicy picks ready for the series. We've seen him a lot on facilitator duty. When he meant he's got some new strats coming up. It was very vague. I don't really know what that meant. But as I said, he's been on facilitator duty for Vitagen. Maybe he's going to pull out something more carry style. We'll have to see. But yeah, you're right. He definitely is a pivotal aspect of Vitagen, and a lot of the reasons why they are such a strong team. So definitely be looking to their main man for a good performance today.
And if we look at the good, we also have to look at the bad. There was a lot of the ugly in their game 3 against Evo, but in game 2 was a situation that tells me much more, because it wasn't just a misplay. Yes, because as you can see in this moment, they have just killed Yasuo, Yeon, and can you pause? Yeah, they have just killed Yeon using their Jarvan and Yeon ults. Right now they can set up the dragon, they can maybe push mid lane. But what happens, Ori does a good play by all-inning Kai'Sa and proccing her shield bow. As she is very low, and as you can see, Barda Papa is also already poked out. The smart play would be to reset for Drake, or do something else that we have recognized Vitagen in regular season. They usually do smart plays. They usually do the correct play. They don't overforce. But here, as you can see, you can play. Yep, they're poked out. They can't fight, but Dutch absolutely loses his mind, goes all in, baits all of his team in, and they get annihilated. They were 3,000 gold ahead before this team fight. They lose every single shutdown possible, get aced, and after this they lose Baron and the Dragon. And it's effectively a 5,000 gold swing. After that, the game was Evo's to lose, and they closed it out. So none of that. Yeah. How do you see it, Adrian? Was it a forced error, or was it did Vitagen lose the game against Evo, or were they defeated fair and square?
They did not get defeated fair and square. I think they decided to. I don't know if they wanted more TV time and wanted to lose that series so that they could play this one. No, I was kidding. Nah, that was a really weird play. I didn't even see that. So watching that first time was baffling. It's one of those things where you watch it and you're kind of suspicious, like, are these guys like, is this for content? Is this like is this a prank on the viewers? But no, that was a really weird clip to watch. Honestly, it's like um. The thing about Vitagen though is I've noticed a lot in their games they do have a tendency to overstep. It's just usually when they overstep, they're at a much stronger gold lead with a much better draft than what they had there. And I think they got punished heavily for it because they didn't have the good enough champions to come back from a throw, for example. So, um, I mean, if this is just what they do, then maybe they should, focus on a draft that can allow them some room for errors or some space to make mistakes. Ooh, rhymes. Anyway, but yeah.
Also, hot news from Runtime. Frey, the KDA leader of the league, is gonna play in game 1.
Wow.
It's not gonna be the star AD carry, as he maybe will join game 2. But yeah, Vion, your boy, is gonna be on AD carry duty today, at least in game 1.
What, Vion?
Vion, yeah.
Hey, perfect. Yo,
So
shout
I
out
don't
to my
know.
boy. I want to say this. All right, this is really important to say about runtime. Vion isn't the superstar of this team. He isn't the mechanical beast of this team. I know what Vion's like, and I know what his contribution to this team is. He is the glue. Without this man, this team doesn't function the way it does. And he's one of those players where you don't really see it unless you know what he does for the team. And these kind of players, as much as they don't do anything flashy or showboaty on camera or in games, you can't help but say they're so vital to any roster that you have. It doesn't matter how good your players are. If you don't have a player like Vion in your team probably won't work. So big shout out to him, and I think the togetherness overall that Runtime have is going to be their biggest weapon up against Vitagen today. So
Do you
yeah.
think they're stronger with Vion in AD carry and Frey, the KDA leader of the league in midline?
Um, I mean, I don't want to say stronger. I guess you could say that there are different levels of, you know, pure ability coming out from the team depending on how they line up. But I don't think it's like kind of negligible in the sense that the difference isn't big enough to make to really like highlight it and be like, oh, this is a big change in the series now. I think it's whatever lineup they go with, it's gonna be at a similar level. Um, so, I mean, I think they might do swaps throughout the series. I don't know if the reason why they would swap is because of playstyle or champion pool differences, but I mean, they probably ran through some scrims and they probably feel like this is the best lineup to start the series with. And if things go bad, they have the chance, they have the opportunity to swap out. But for now, we'll just have to wait and see because um I do think they are a strong team. Just as I said before, I can't ignore the natural ability of Vitagen. I do think they are the better team here, despite weaker series performance against Evo. And I do genuinely think that they are going to win the series.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Before I already predicted Runtime to take one game.
Hmm.
If they take one game, I will be very interested to see how Wittigen reacts to it. Just mentally, will they tilt? Because the tilt was undeniable against Evo. It
Yeah,
was
uh,
overwhelming, and
this this is a really big thing about series, right? And this is why sometimes you see in even pro level, you get like some teams that can do so well in best of ones, but as soon as it comes to series, they're a completely different team. They can't win anything. Um, you know, and perfect example here is Vitagen one of those teams where if something goes wrong, are they just broken? Not just for that one game, but for the rest of the series. So I think if something similar happens here, that will give us the answer to that question. But we'll have to see if they can hold it together.
yeah, I'll agree with it. Brady is still not here, so I guess I'm joining for the draft. So what I expect from Runtime is to ban Ari, Zoe, and which was the last one, Volibear. Yeah.
Yeah. We do have a Zoe ban. This is an X-Tie special. So much expected there. I think most teams are banning that against Vitagen. Orn ban. I think that's kind of just a regular tank duty ban out there. I think what that probably spells is they want to give Captain some ability to.
Oh, and that's the Zach Holler. That's dirty.
That is. That's nasty. And the Aurelia hover. Oh gosh.
I think well, Aurelia is one of X-Die's specialty picks as well.
Yeah, I think so too. I think X-Dice does have he does have a few picks on the AD mid laner pool.
Yeah.
We have seen him pilot things like the Ari as well, and the Rise, I believe. But
and that's the Eren Sejuani going
oh,
away as
the
well.
Vayne hover.
Oh my god.
All right, runtime, attacking the mentalities of Vitagen. As we said, this is key. This is key. We saw how they exploded in that series. Is this a strat from runtime? Are they trying to break them before it even starts? So, we'll have to see. But right, yeah. So as you can see, you got classic tank and classic, champions. These champions that Vitagen have banned are classic champions to pick when, you need a beefy team. You need some frontline to have a core as your composition. And especially when you are the weaker team playing into a stronger team, you want an easy to play composition. Orin and Sejuani, super simple to execute, super easy to pilot. They're taking that off the board. Same with the Karma. There's a B1 flex for runtime. So decent bans coming out from Vitagen. Doesn't really say too much about what they're going to do. Runtime here, banning out the Volibear.
Do you expect the B1 Ari?
They do. Oh wait, do I expect a B1 Ari?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I think a B1 Ari is interesting. It is not bad, but I just think that there are a lot more priority picks here. I think, for example, Zaya's open, Jinx is open. No Jinx.
Ezreal's open.
Yeah, Ezreal's a solid B1 pick. Over for
Ezreal
VIT.
has been banned against runtime in a series against Jalapenos.
Yeah. There we go. That's the X-Tides Ari being hovered there. I think this is just a comfort pick for him. It's a solid pick. He can play safe. He can follow up with his team pretty well. Oh, he's going. Nah, there's no way, right?
Yeah, I think he's hovering for the chat for the homies.
For the homies. All right, Ari Misfortune. So, this is interesting considering Braum is still on the table and there's an Ezreal. Braum Ezreal is a fantastic bot lane and Braum is a crazy counter pick into both these champions. So I think once again we're seeing a bit of a poor draft understanding from Vitagen because, how do I say this? You just don't pick MF when Braum is open.
I mean, you can pick it, but it's not.
You can. It's not great. I mean, especially here when you see an Ezreal hovered. Ezreal Braum is one of the more famous Braum pairings, alongside with Lucian and stuff, that are strong in the bot lane. So, you can always assume that if you are going to pick MF, I mean, they've prioritized the Ari here. I know Vitagen do that a lot for X-Ties, but whoa, he's going for a Kali into Ari.
Do it.
That is crazy. Big respect if he does.
Go in the skill matchup. Yeon had a trouble in lane against X-Ties, but okay, he changes to one of his signature picks, Frey on Syndra. He didn't die a single time, I think, against Jalapenos, and Syndra was one of the contributors to the 32 KDA.
Yeah, and I mean, I think Syndra's a really, really good pick here. Syndra is a fantastic pick into Ari, fantastic pick into MF as well. You can interrupt the MF ult from pretty far distance, so predictions live? What are the predictions?
The predictions are live, so be ready. Go into chat and predict.
Whoa!
It's a Maokai spicy pick.
And the Twisted Treant arises from his grave.
Is it a jungler or is it top laner? What do you think?
I believe that this is going to run into the support. This is It's unique. It's definitely unorthodox, and not something we've seen in SLE nor in many competitive regions. However, one thing I would say is it's cheesy. It's kind of smart, but you are against Ezreal Braum, which is a safe lane. I think Maokai's strength is playing into the bushes. Ezreal Braum don't necessarily need to play with the bushes. They can kind of just ignore it. Ezreal can E away from the saplings chasing him, and he can even E the Maokai whilst Maokai's trying to get the root on him, and then bring Maokai to the turret. So that's another sussy situation there, but this seems to be a plan, so we'll have to see what they do. Bans, Trundle and Poppy. This is the SLE. If anyone tuned into the Good She podcast, Mikus mentioned that SLE has its own little meta. Trundle and Poppy are the S tier picks of the SLE meta. So, oh my god, they're going for this vegan composition we got here. They have an Iron Hover.
Team threes.
Shout out to the vegans. Graves? I'm trying to think what Vitagen are trying to do here with this draft, because I don't really know what it does. I feel like they've sort of just picked a random selection of champions. I don't know what you think.
This is so confusing. Again, Vitagen with interesting, to say the least, draft. And the Zinzao isn't banned, and it's another famous misfortune counter.
Yeah, so, I mean, my opinion here is a misfortune just won't have a fun game. You're up against Braum and Xin Zhao now, and you're going to have kill threat from Syndra. And no protection, because Maokai is not a support that can protect you. So, I don't know if Vitagen have lost it, because looking at that draft, this is not Flame. This is just a genuine opinion. It looks like as if it's an ARAM draft. Like, you just queued up for ARAM, Q pop, accept, and that's just what comes up, right? If this was ARAM, it would actually be insane. But unfortunately, it's not. So a little bit tough, especially with the Graves pick. No front line, no ZCC, no like guaranteed engage at the moment. No peel. You sort of just have. Oh god.
This is full Sinners draft. I guess Vitagen just expects to take it on skill.
I mean, the assumption here is Vitagen have gone for hypey champions and crazy picks. And okay.
And the Hecarim.
I mean, the Hecarim's
better.
fine. It's better, but I mean, it's honestly, it's one of those weird ones. I want to try and analyze it, but I can't, because nothing makes sense of it. Nothing of it makes sense. It's just all over the place. I mean, I guess you have Hecarim MF combo, but MF gets blocked by Zen and Braum anyway, so
Yeah, it's pointless to set up MF, really. She's not going to have impact
Yeah.
on teamfights
I mean,
anyways.
on the draft alone, I'm gonna have to give it to runtime. This could be a thing from Vitagen where they just skill check everyone and win the game, but I mean, honestly,
Yeah, well, it's a legit strategy, right?
it could be, but like honestly, if I'm thinking about just the draft, it's not even close. It's the game doesn't need to be played just based off draft. Like,
It's a remake angle.
as in, like, if this was a high level scrim, both coaches would agree to call the game off and just go into the next draft, because it would have been lost. So it's one of those ones. But I mean, we'll have to see. Maybe this is a planned draft from Vitagen that we just don't know about. Maybe Maokai is a secret hidden OP. I think Runtime have the tools to deal with the Vitagen draft. So yeah.
What do you think about it, Brady? How do you like the draft?
Oh, one of Brady has appeared.
I know, right? I snuck in real quiet, but hey
I
guys, what's up?
hear clicking in the background. He's definitely in a game.
No, I'm good. What do I think? I think Maokai's an interesting pick, that's for sure. I think again, Wukong is pretty well equipped to deal with Maokai, but I think based off of what we've seen from both teams in the regular split, I think Team Vitagen has to be the favorites here, regardless of some more interesting picks. But yeah, I mean, I think Runtime definitely have tools to deal with the Hecarim, with the Maokai, but I think
equal skill teams. Which draft do you take?
which draft do I take?
Yeah, equal skill.
If you alt tab from your game, you can have.
I think Runtime. I think Runtime. You know what the worst part about it is? I'm late and I didn't even win the game. That's the worst part about it.
Oh my god, you
I
didn't win.
didn't even win.
No.
How much LP did you lose?
It was minus 16. It's a sad time for me.
Oh. Wow. He's
And on
laughing,
that
guys,
note-
but yeah,
I'm crying on the inside.
It's pain.
Yeah,
Bad cheek.
laughing through pain, Harold.
Yeah.
All right. On that note, I'll leave that analysis segment as it was longer than expected. But yeah, take the cast, guys.
Blessed, man. I appreciate
Thank you
all.
very much. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the SLE Play-Offs. We are 3 minutes after the draft has finished, and my co-caster Brady has arrived.
Graced everyone with my
late,
presence.
but better late than never. So, right, as we have said, you have the draft in front of the screen. I feel like I've talked about it enough. What are your thoughts?
I mean, look, I don't think I've seen Maokai for like 3 seasons, like at least 3 seasons. So honestly, look, I like the Braum. I like the Braum a lot in this pick, into the MF, into the Maokai, into even like Ari. Wait, it's Maokai support. I didn't even realize.
Oh gosh.
Are they playing Graves top? Is that what they're doing here?
Yep.
They are gonna go for the Graves top. So I mean, God, it's just so like unorthodox from Vitagen that I
weird.
We're gonna have to wait and see. Like maybe
what I will say is I do think these champions play into each player from Vitagen's strength. From what I know of X-Ties, it plays into his strengths a lot.
Yep.
Captain is a strong top laner. Graves is not a champion you pick if your top laner is a weak side player.
True.
Dutch is on a champion where he can affect things on the map. He can do things. And then you got a bot lane that want to sort of play aggressive in lane. So in terms of how these champions work on the player, it somewhat makes sense. But again, I just can't, I'm just looking at the team comp. Like, if this was my solo queue game, and I was one of the people in the lobby, I probably would have dodged this game. Let's just put it like that.
I mean, look, I think, again, you rightly describe, like, for what Team Vitagen like to do, I'm expecting them to 5-man invade on bot.
Oh.
Because this is like the strategy, right?
Yeah.
They go bot, and then Dutch does what he always does, where he runs up to his top side and then 3 camps into bot gank, right?
It is the classic.
It is the Vitagen strat, bro. So and I think Graves plays into that quite well, in a sense that, like, look, if your top laner's feeling a bit egotistical, if he's feeling some Giga Chat energy, he can just like win up there on his own, range champion, Keck W, and then Maokai at levels 2, at levels 3, when Hecarim will probably be showing up in the bot lane. I think that again, Maokai 2 level 3, Hecarim level 3, you have the makings of a kill. That being said, Maokai doing the thing where he goes underground into Ezreal, and Ezreal like ease back under his tower could be a bit of a situation for Vitagen that they didn't really think through quite so well. But
yeah, I mean, I was saying whilst the draft was going through, yes, it fits Vitagen players, but it's almost as if like they were just not looking at what Runtime were picking. They were just like, don't worry about what they're doing. We just do our own thing, right? Because you look at MF, like just as you touched, Maokai is not a good champion against either Ezreal or Braum.
Yeah,
like, neither of them. MF is going to have a rough game to do anything here against Xin Zhao and Braum.
Yep.
Basically, her damage won't go through for about like 3 to 4 seconds of a fight. You have a Wukong for interrupt. You have a Syndra who has kill pressure on Ahri in lane and in team fights.
Yep.
So I mean, this is where I'm like, yes, Vitagen are a stronger team. I said this before
On paper, yeah.
Yeah, they are a stronger team, but they've dug themselves a hole here.
I mean, yeah, I think Vitagen are like asking the question almost of runtime, right? Like they've like pulled their pants down, they've like whipped it out, and they said, "What do you guys got?" So now it's like it's really on runtime to show the cojones.
Listen, Dutch told me he had some stuff planned. Maybe the plan here is to be like, "Hey, runtime, if you lose this game, how do you plan on winning any game?"
Yeah, and the
maybe
thing
that's
is,
their plan.
That is it's good to bring up though, because if Vitagen do win this game, like, how do you come back from that?
How do you go? If I'm on runtime side and I lose this game, I might just FF the series. I might just go like, you know what, guys, go through. We probably don't deserve.
What I am a fan of though is the double comet in the bot lane. There's gonna be a lot of poke going down onto the Ezreal, onto the Braum. I mean, you can play comet on both of these champions, right? Maokai perma playing for brush control, right? He just throws his saplings there, and no one's walking up to that brush anymore.
They have an oppressive line for sure. Yeah.
I mean,
but it is an Ezreal.
if Dutch doesn't get ahead, I feel like Braum just counters their whole team so unbelievably well.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, and Zhao as well. Like, literally. Even Wukong.
It's like
Wukong can put the clone to block shit. You know what I mean?
All right, here we go. Predictions. Do Vitagen all run bot? That's my strat. I guarantee you they're gonna do it. Like, watch. They all gonna run bot here when the game begins.
Oh, when the game begins.
I love Spectator. I hope Riot fixes this eventually.
Yeah, shout out to Riot Games.
Yeah, small indie company. Thank you.
Small indie company. The boys, the homies, the true homies.
Yo, is there a new map design or what? Oh, never mind. All right. I mean, welcome to Soder's Rift. We are seeing Team Runtime face off against Team Vitagen. Loser, unfortunately, will fall out of this competition, and we do see no bot invade. I'm kind of sad from. However, okay, no bot invade from Vitagen. Runtime are like, yo, it's our time, bro. They go for that cheese strat.
Hey, Runtime's movement here. They probably did their homework and was like, they're gonna run bot lane here. But
I mean, you have the Braum. Your other one is strong. Look at them, bro. They fully expected a 5-man Vitagen, bro. Look at them all. I swear. I can respect it though.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I've been doing it pretty common, so it makes sense. And I think we're just gonna see standard cover coming out from Vitagen here. There is a sapling thrown into that bush across the red buff, so any movement across there will be spotted.
I mean, honestly, this is what Maokai does so well, though. It's kind of like Teemo, right? He just throws his plants around, and he's like got vision control, easy.
I think the fact that we're comparing Maokai to Teemo is probably not a good thing in favor of the champion.
Look, when your support insta-locks you Teemo, it's like, you know, it's going to be a good game at least. As we are seeing some lagging out, some pauses, some SLE pauses.
SLE pauses, and it's bound to happen. Everyone's online, so.
Yeah, I mean,
you know,
all right. Jungler start positions. I see Dutch actually starting bot side, and I see Aaron starting top side. What do you think here?
So you got the Graves. Probably Dutch has noticed that his MF and Maokai is into an Ezreal Braum.
Yep.
No point trying to do anything around there. His first gank or his first play is going to be around Graves and Ari, which makes sense. You know, your bot side here, they're in a lane where you can't really put too much, you know, hard aggression on Ezreal Braum. So popping towards top side, it does make sense. Xin as well, I think, in a similar sense, you are. I mean, I think Zin's start is kind of weird, to be honest. I don't know why you would path towards bot side. I mean, you do have Braum passive to help with the gank, but I don't know.
I mean, I think Xin now has more options, right? I think for Xin, he could really gank any of these three lanes. Like, you have Braum Xin passive, like, that's really, really strong. I'm pretty sure Syndra Xin is a really good 2v2. And I mean, getting Wukong ahead in a Graves matchup is also going to be huge for them later on. Like I feel like Xin has all the options.
Yeah,
but
I mean, I guess Xin can just be like, whatever, I'll start wherever I feel like starting because, as you said, he
can kind of do whatever he wants.
I mean, honestly, if you're Aaron here, this is almost a dream. You've got everything at your disposal in terms of the draft. You can play through any single lane. You have carry potential in pretty much both solo lanes.
Yep.
You have a bot lane that can keep you safe and can facilitate the Zinjao.
True.
So
the dream, as you stated, but I mean, a dream can very quickly become a nightmare because like deer in headlights. You have all the options, and you eventually just take none of them. That's what I'm kind of scared for. As we do see another pause. As look at that, bro. That sapling is ready. Look at him. He's hopped up in the air. It's a stare down. Ezreal doesn't even know it yet. He's not even in the bush.
Deer in headlights, you say? No, it's a cat in a bush. Ready to bounce.
Oh man, poor guy, man. He didn't see it coming.
Beyond, well, doesn't he just?
Let's go.
He actually takes the chunk. No,
it's a Maokai diff, bro. The trap's broken.
All right. The VIT in draft is so good. They are geniuses. But yeah, I mean, I'm going to touch on this mid lane matchup here. So, Ari was the first pick on red side, showing a lot of priority. Syndra is favored in this matchup. This is a matchup where, in the early stages of the lane, Syndra should be able to have good range, should be able to have more DPS than Ari. When it gets to mid game, I would say, is where it gets a little bit more difficult for the Syndra, but Syndra does have better scaling than Ari as well. So
okay, some hard trading going up all in the top side as we do see. I mean, I feel like that favors Captain and right if Hecarim is going to be pathing up there, but
has the fleet footwork as well. Hey, look at the early pressure coming from Maokai as well.
True. I mean, you got the double comet bot. Like, I feel so bad for this Ezreal, bro. Like, they were expecting like an all-in lane with Maokai, and they've just decided to go double comet instead. It's just they're just not gonna interact with them ever.
Yeah, I mean, this is to be expected though. With the Maokai MF lane in the early parts.
True.
One thing to note is the Maokai is almost boom, and it's level 2.
Hey man, come on.
Hey.
Would he go for a tier? Do you think he'd go for a tier?
It's not even the fact that it's level 2, it's more the fact that the runtime bot lane have also about like 50 HP each, so...
Listen, I'm predicting now it's gonna be a Fimble win to rush Maokai.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, you see the tier coming from Maokai. They got the cheater recall off, so pretty well played.
I mean, it's looking a little bit close up in this top side. I mean, Hecarim is going to be up here soon, and okay, Graves is just going to keep pushing. Never mind. I kind of thought that maybe he would let that bounce back, but never mind. I mean, both junglers opting. I mean, Hecarim looking for that full clear, Xin looking for the 5 camp. Both of them are going to be getting around to the scuttle crabs now, but I mean, I kind of expect a little more as Maokai might spot Xin out here. Nothing gonna come to it, but another cat. Okay.
Yo, hover the gold on that on Maokai's spell thieves.
He's rich. He's rich. He's rich, man.
204 gold.
He's farming money, bro. He doesn't need minions. He doesn't need champions. He just needs spell thieves.
Okay, another sapling pop. These saplings getting big value at the moment.
This guy's rich, bro.
Yeah. Hey, we said maybe this is a plan. I'm sorry. Suddenly, first team fight, just gets one shot.
I mean, we will see. Yeah. I mean, first Drake, you're gonna spawn in about 30 seconds. Do you expect either team to want to contest this? Both junglers are on the bot side of the map. Obviously, Hecarim got his base off though.
I mean, you do have priority from the bot lane, not from the mid lane, unfortunately. But the Syndra has not gotten a reset yet. So
Maokai might find himself as Xin Zhao as the W does connect. The wind become lightning. MF gonna be forced to heal, and Barbapapa's gonna run. He's gonna get one shot, and Braum gonna pick that first blood up. RIP. He might have been rich, but he's also dead.
As I said, that Maokai is oppressive in the lane phase, but when you jump on him, you can sort of just, vegans look away, cut down the tree.
Oh no,
Very, very
environmentalists look away, man. You
Yeah,
don't want to see what's
environmentalists.
happened here.
Look away. The green is
Yeah.
no longer there. Oh, that was
Nice
pretty
start.
sick. Shit.
I mean, it's LMR in a bit of a compromised position here, kind of forced to stay and try and get this wave shoved in, but and obviously, as you rightly said, the prio is going to give him that dragon. Barda Papa going to get another cat down in another brush, you know, get that control.
Yeah. Yeah, so Drake coming in despite getting first blood. I mean, this is probably runtime more handshaking it rather than Vitagen being in place to get it. I think they probably don't want to put too much emphasis on that. They got the first blood. They saw that they didn't have prior. They're like, let's not try give too much away because, you know, who knows? There was possibly a fight there that they could have lost a lot there. So respectable to handshake that over.
Interesting that they got first blood, but the gold is actually still, I'm going to say, relatively even, and I actually think that is going to be mostly due to the Maokai, as top lane does need to be careful here. Aaron has spotted Captain, and Captain has no idea. I mean, I think they are just going to wait for the Wukong 6 to come out. I hope Wukong hits 6 soon. I think Aaron is just going to give up on that one, as Aaron is actually going to get spotted.
Oh, there's a fight.
FraCX is also going to get spotted. She is going to get... Is this Catalunya going to connect? It is not. They are going to pick up FraCX, and now Dutch is going to be on the run. He's going to go back, and now Aaron is in a 1v4 situation. Captain is just going to pick that up, and that's going to be a 2-for-0 over to the side of Vitagen. I mean, that was almost so good. I didn't even see what was happening on mid, and then everyone was dead. And now, the flash forward from Ludum. The Q is going to connect, and I think it might just be lights out for LMR. Is he going to get fast enough to get away? He is. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, Barda Papa moving up from the bot lane. And even though he moves, LMR is still having prio, still being able to just farm. He's actually even / ahead on CS, despite not having a support in the lane. So, hey, as we said, this might be just a way for them to be like, we are just better players than you. We don't need the better draft. We don't need better champions. We are just better than you.
True. I mean, I half agree with that sentiment, but at the same time, like, this, I assume it's Lethality MF. She has the tier, she has Comet. It's actually extremely difficult to punish in the lane. As a Braum is going to go forward there. As the jungler is going to be a 4-man on bot. It's LMR, no flash, no heal, going to get picked up. And now Barda Papa goes down again. And it's going to be another kill over to the Braum.
Yeah, I actually need to call that out. LMR blowed the flash from that 2v1 exchange. And then starts pushing up even more. It's pure disrespect there. You know, Syndra was not on the map, so you can always assume that in that scenario something's probably going to happen to you. You just blew your flash, you're pushing up, and there is no mid laner there. So it's probably heading towards me and doesn't respect it and goes down. 0-3 for the bot lane of Vitagen.
Vitagen's ego, kind of getting the better of them there. Again, as you rightly said, it's LMR is just not respecting the potential roam, the potential power of this Braum, of this Ezreal. However, the kind of saving grace of the whole situation is that Braum has picked up another kill for himself. And it's not exactly where you want the money to be going, but either way, it's all right.
I mean, he's probably so far behind Maokai, he needs it.
It's a spell thief stiff, man.
It's a spell thief stiff. But no, I mean, I want to say decent charm from the bot lane, but
Syndra needs to be a little careful here. The charm is going to go wide. I don't think anything is going to happen from it, but Ahri does still have her ultimate, but no mana, not going to matter.
Bit of a dodgeball exchange there, as both mid laners trade a lot of mana for no HP.
Listen, both mid laners have brought their dancing shoes to this game, right? It's good. It's good to see.
Tango. But yes, right. Interesting thing to note is the farm discrepancies between the players here. Like, even though MF was missing its tree partner, still ahead / even. You got a big lead in mid and top, huge lead in top actually, and Dutch is ahead in the jungle matchup. So,
I mean, they're kind of just slowly bleeding gold, slowly creating this lead, and I mean, this is exactly what we expected, right? And I assume this is what Vitagen also expected, hence the Maokai picks, the ego stay a little bit, and it's just this is how they expect things to go. But again, with the way that they're playing, there's definitely angle as Aaron is on the bot lane here, but I think he is spotted. Either way, it's LMR seems to have learned his lesson as Braum is going to go forward, going to miss the Q, and now they are finally going to spot out Aaron on that that little play there. But yeah, it's gonna come to nothing. And
I think a little bit impatient there from Luna. Because,
okay, he's not giving up.
Let's get down to business.
But I mean, Drake spawning, 30 seconds. You have Prio on bot.
Yeah, Hecarim topside as well.
There's a good chance that they just hard play for this Drake, but I can't help but feel that they might look for a dive on top if that does happen.
Yeah, Wukong is one of the slippery champions to dive. Nice trade.
True, he is.
Try.
However, he's just going to opt for that invade. Aaron is going to spot Xayah's here. Going to be forced to ult. His Wind Cup Lightning does come out. The W does miss, and the charm goes through. Is he going to connect with Aaron in the end? Syndra ult going to come out. The Scat of the Week, does she have it? No, she does not. And comes to nothing. Meanwhile, Bard of Batar going to go forward. MF going to ult, and now it is just Bard, not Bard. Braum left on the run, getting rooted. He's going to get picked up. That is going to be good night, I think, right? He comes out. There we go. Double kill over to the Maokai. All the money on the supports.
I honestly have no idea how this 2v2 go in favor for Vitagen because...
Oh, Syndra, that's the wrong side of the map, friend.
Syndra, that is not a Sion,
that's not your base.
A Syndra.
Oh,
wait.
The Unstoppable gonna miss? Oh, I thought oh man.
Good effort. I mean, good effort, but it does lead to a complete disaster for runtime. Falling gets 2v2. You try to make a play on X-Ties. Yes, he almost falls, but the fact that it's a 2v1 and you don't get the kill, yeah, it's not really sure. But
I mean, you mentioned that you don't know how that bot 2v2 happened the way it did, but I actually think the Maokai played a huge role in making the MF ulti possible, right? Because he goes forward and his Q like separates the Ezreal from the Braum. So the Braum can't actually block the MF ulti effectively. There's actually kind of a 10 million IQ strat.
Yeah, but also it's like, if you're runtime, you just don't use the spell.
Aaron now gonna flash forward, gonna get the smite down. He has found himself in a 1v2 that I don't think he wants to be in, but FraCX is gonna hit the stun, gonna pick up Captain, and it's gonna be a 1-for-0, trying their best to come back in this game.
Big punish, and really important, guys. This is what we touched on in the analyst test. This is how Vitagen lost their games against Evo. They just kept making these weird overextensions and getting punished for it. At the time, Evo's a strong team. They were able to capitalize off these punishes, but...
Oh, the Wukong is going to go forward and ult. Going to get the charm. Okay, the Wind Become Lightning also hits, but the Ahri charm is going to be enough. Going to get that last ulti charm off. Obviously going to get the reset, but now Xayah is in an awkward spot as Inzao goes forward, gets charmed. The flash comes out. Ludum going to pick up another kill, but it is going to be traded back a 1-for-1. Meanwhile, I think Syndra solo killed Dutch there.
Oh, no. So initially that was a big play from Xayah, trading 2-for-1, but the trade in the end becomes a 2-for-2, which is not bad considering he's a 3v2, but not ideal considering Dutch falls. But also, I mean, wow, Aaron is so far behind. That is insane.
Yeah.
I don't even know how that's possible.
But, I mean, on the backside of that fight, obviously Captain is going to pick up First Blood Tower as well. That is going to be huge for the Graves.
Yeah.
I mean, you said at the start of the game, and then I assume in the analyst desk as well, that I was totally there for, that this is your strong side, right? You don't pick Graves to play weak side bot, and now he's got a pretty much full tower, First Blood Tower, and I expect this matchup to become increasingly more difficult for Wukong. Like, just look at the items he already has in comparison.
Yeah, I mean,
Bang.
He's already got the Eclipse. He's probably going to build towards, what's that item called?
Which one?
The other lethality one.
There's a lot of ones. I'm not.
the other one with Serrated. Honestly, there are so many. How many Serrated Dirk items are there?
Quite a lot. As we might see a 2v2 on the mid lane here. Both junglers and mid laners posturing towards this bot mid side brush. Nothing gonna come from it. But one thing I would like to notice is look at this vision from Batagan as Aaron is gonna get spotted on chickens. FraCX is gonna try and come to the rescue as Inzao is gonna be forced to ult. All the ultis coming out Xayah's too. Okay, Hecarim gonna go forward as well. That is gonna be one. FraCX is now on the run. She's probably gonna get picked up as the Q does connect right at the end now. And now Lunum. A bit of an awkward spot here. MF ult is gonna come out, gonna force Braum's flash. I assume he didn't have the door available to him. But this could just be a straight up dive as Hecarim is moving down for this.
Yeah, you see, the wave is not really in a dive position, so this might not go through, but a lot of things happening there. X-Ty's putting on the shoes of the carry lord for Vitagen here. Big
Okay, wait a minute. Is this a
hang on.
4-man collapse? The ulti comes through. I mean, Bard is gonna get, not Bard, Braum gonna get
minion
blocked
wave.
up, but Dodge gonna get nearly killed as the TP does come in to potentially save him. No one wants to mess with the Wukong.
That was almost the Vitagen special of how to lose the game. They managed to pull the brakes and call that off. Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
Oh, have they called it off?
Have they called it off? Are they done?
What is wrong with these people, man?
Every minion counts, right? Look, as an ADC, I can respect this, alright? You're like, maybe we can get a cheeky extra wave off. Look, I bet you he goes back and he full buys his item now. And if that's the case, I can respect it. That's good. Alright, let me see.
What item is he?
Oh, he bought boots. Is Aaron and Captain are gonna meet each other? No, he okay. Okay, it's the double scatter of the week comes out. Captain is now on the run, gonna be forced to ult away. The Braum passive ticking. It is not going to be proc. And
Syndra had ult.
Syndra had ult. Oh. Ah. Okay, Bard gonna get a little bit poked out here. Neither team giving this up for free. Dutch gonna walk into the river, gonna be the first one there. It's gonna be a full 5v5 brawl as Wukong is gonna be looking for that flank, trying his best to get around the back side of Vitagen. But I mean, Maokai MF is really strong in fights. As Wukong is gonna be forced to go invisible. The ulti does come out, gonna knock up 2. The Edgerlock coming out. The Hecarim gonna get picked up, but it is a 1-for-1 trade, and now the MF ult gonna pick up 2, and that is a huge double, and then it's gonna be an ace in the end, and I know where X-Ty is just picking up everyone, cleaning up that fight.
X-Ty's is popping off this game. Look at the confidence on this guy. 22 stacks on the Medjais. Who buys second item Medjais?
I was gonna say, this man bought Medjais second. That guy is psycho.
Hey, I think we figured out the plan. The plan is to purely skill check these guys. Yes, their draft is a bit sus, but it seems to be working out. I mean, they're just so far ahead. Like, even in that fight, they managed to get a trade, which when you're this far ahead, it is not supposed to be happening. But I mean, it shows like they are just the better team. They are just better players. They went into that fight with full confidence. They spotted the Wukong on the flank with the saplings. You know, this Maokai pick proving to have a lot of value for Vitagen, and they take the fight. X-Ty's 8-1-2, and he is looking strong here.
Well, I mean, yeah, I completely agree, and I mean, something that I think Runtime are just fundamentally missing at the moment is team fight fundamentals, right? Wukong goes in and it kind of looks good. They kind of get a 1-for-1 first. He trades his life because he's forced to kind of go a little bit earlier than he perhaps wanted to because of the Maokai, because of the way they kind of like poked them out as much as they could. Obviously, Hecarim went into the backline, got picked up as a trade, but the MF holding her ulti and then X-Eyes, man. That guy does so much damage on this Ahri. I mean, once the Wukong is gone, that's a very, very squishy team without the Braum door.
Yeah, I mean, I want to point out as well, no mythics on the solo laners for runtime going into that fight, whereas you got 2 items on both.
Oh no, here we go, boys. Ahri's gonna come forward, XI. Oh my god, Dutch is flying! Oh my god. What did he drink?
Yeah.
Is that a Red Bull powered Hecarim? As Aaron is now going to be walking onto this bot lane. Ezreal going to go forward. The ult not going to connect, but the stun is going to connect. Bardomapar might be dead here, but the huge MF ulti is not going to pick up anything. Unfortunate. Braum has a door.
But there is a pony.
Okay, well. I mean, this is just sad.
Yeah, this is really
Run,
sad.
Lunam. You can do it.
As Lunam falls, so does the hope of... oh, wait, hang on.
Oh? Here we go, the Wukong. Captain is going to fight back, going to force a star to flash away, and he's just going to beat down on this base, and I mean...
That was so funny.
Did Syndra TP behind him there?
Oh,
Syndra's flanking. She's there.
Oh, God.
Alright, I think Graves has noticed. He's doing his best to run away. He is just going to ult over the wall. Fraciak's going to give him the tilted cat emote, and that's going to be that. Yeah, I think that emote sums up the game, to be honest.
The funniest thing about that top lane trade was how, like, you see Wukong, like, hitting that full Tekken combo on the Graves, and, like, Graves just auto-attacks 3 times, trades back the same amount of HP, and you're just like, oh god.
But look at the items, man. It's like
Yeah.
the dude is 2.5 items. It's like, what can you do as a Wukong?
Yeah, Ari has
Oh.
3 items to Syndra's 1. by the
Yeah.
way. I just want to point that out. But no, I mean, you know, if we look at the draft, all Runtime had to do was just be a little bit more patient, not run into
True.
these fights blindlessly and like headless chickens almost. I feel like they you see the punishes they did onto bot lane. You know,
Yeah.
all they had to do was just wait for Vitagen to mess up, then punish their mistakes, as opposed to be like, hey, let's make a mistake and
True.
then get punished for it.
I think you rightly said there, because I think we can expect Vitagen, especially going into these next 2 games, to be a little bit more disrespectful. And I think that going forward in the series, there's definitely going to be a lot more windows to punish. As Lunam, you sir, you do not want to be there. That is a 25 stack Magi's Ari, gonna get 1 shot. Hecarim now gonna pick up 2. It's gonna be 3, and Aaron now on the side lane might actually get picked up. No, he won't. That's fine. No one's gonna commit for that. But oh, never mind. Xi is going to go over the wall, going to find 2, perhaps not intentional, but going to go golden. The Maokai CC is there. The Mandate is there, as Maokai is also going to flash to the wall. Xi might die here. She's not going to die. She saves the stacks. 11 and 1. Ace goes over to Vitagen.
That's a protective librarian if I've seen one, because no way in hell were the book stacks going to be taken down there. Wow.
True.
I mean, if you're Runtime now,
Yeah.
are you not just thinking this game is over? Let's talk about what we need to do next game.
I mean, look, right now it is definitely Vitagen's game to lose. But again, we've seen the level to which these guys will go to disrespect the enemy team, and that genuinely could still be their downfall. As look, I want to see how much damage that does. Ezreal's just going to get like quarter HP by Maokai Sapling, but now Butterfly is on the run. This is a 1v4 runaway, but maybe baiting for Xi as he goes in. Xi is going to try to help him out, but they are going to pick that one up. I assume it was a shutdown, but yeah, Aaron going to pick that up. But I don't expect anyone to catch the flash forward. They are going to look for it. The charm goes down. Lunam is going to go down, and Ari is going to be the 3. Stack going to get knocked up. Is it going to be enough? Going to flash away? No, it is not. And now they are just going to pick up everyone. The cleanup squad is here. The librarian once again saves her book, saves her stacks, and
I was thinking those Ari ults were a bit too close to Runtime, but she's just so strong. Exile's putting in such a good performance here, and
I mean, every time they think they have Xi as Dutch flies in on his magic carpet to just save the day completely. And I mean, I don't know. Xi is Houdini, man. Like, he's getting out of situations he really does not. He shouldn't be.
Yeah.
But speaking of getting out of situations he probably shouldn't, Wukong up here at the top side of the map.
How has that happened?
How has he gotten up there?
I mean, can we just compare the item differences for a second here? Yeah.
Soul point 2, by the way.
Oh my god, put it away.
I mean, look, it's a closely contested match, if you ask me.
On the right side, we have the financial power of China. I'm not doing that. I won't call out any third world countries. No, I'll call out my own. On the left side, we've got Malaysia.
I was gonna go with Russia, but yeah. No takers.
Too soon.
Yeah.
Come on, man, it's Friday. Anyway.
It's the end of the week, man. We don't have time for this.
Anyways, so down here, take that. And,
I mean, what can you do, right? At this stage, as Ezreal maybe looks for a very hopeful steal. He's just gonna leash it. It was a good try. I can respect it.
It's closer than the gold lead, at least.
Oh my god. Okay.
Oh no.
But yeah, I mean, what do you do here, right? Your runtime, you're down 15k gold, a little bit more.
If I was on runtime here, I would genuinely just overextend intentionally.
As we do see Lunam going for that overextend. He is going to go forward. He's going to get 2 of his party members nearly killed. That is 1 picked up. Vion is going to go down next, and that is just going to be the fast 4 for 0. Astora, I don't expect to survive much longer, as the Ari is just going to... The charm connects. Dutch goes forward. Oh
Oh, he's out.
no! Oh, he survived. Let's go.
No one dies. The monkey lives.
No ace, not today. All right, Wukong, go save your circus. This is your time. It's the 1v5. Okay, he goes in. There's one, and he's
Oh.
yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Okay, wait, this is it.
As I was saying before this fight,
Fight
if I was
one.
Runtime, you overextend for some random fight, lose so that the game's over, and then go to the next one.
Do you think that's what Luna was doing there?
I honestly think that's what he was doing, and not to promote inting, but it was a good int.
It was to save the mental. You know what I mean? Like
Exactly,
no one likes getting curb stomped like at the end of a game. Just get it gone, you know?
Just get it gone. It's
go out on your own
guys.
terms. You know what I mean? Yeah. I can
Go out,
respect that.
and then they can at least say we lost because I into that mid lane. You know what I mean?
True. But anyway,
yeah.
going forward to next game. We said at the start of this game, if you lose to this comp, how do you come back? Do you expect a similar performance next game, or do you expect a complete flip the script? They're gonna pick a full flip comp, and if they snowball, they win the game. Like, what do you think?
Honestly, by the looks of it, maybe we were looking at it too much of an on paper thing, because it didn't look like Runtime had any idea how to play their composition, despite it being better and despite it being easier to play. You may have these factors on your side, but if you don't know how to use it, if you don't know what to do with it, then there's no point. It's kind of just like it's like giving a bow and arrow, the best bow and arrow, to someone who has never touched archery in their life. Doesn't matter. It's going to be useless. So I think Runtime, they looked uncomfortable. If they want to get back into the series, they're going to want to try stick to their bread and butter. They put Syndra, they put Frey, sorry, on the Syndra, which is a champion that I know Frey has performed well on. And I mean, actually, if you look at the early parts of the lane, Syndra was genuinely winning trades against Ahri. So maybe less focus playing towards bot side and more focus playing towards the mid in the next game. So.
And I mean, again, I think Runtime definitely did have like early windows. Like they got first blood, right? There were definitely windows where they did catch Vitagen kind of lacking. But I think as the game goes on, you kind of start to get out of laning phase. The difference in the two teams kind of comes to light a little bit more. And I mean, look, this is why Battalion finished first place in the top of Div 1, and I think Runtime finished second place in Div 2, right? Or did they finish first?
I think they finished first. I think
they won Div 2. But again, like, top of Div 1 versus the top of Div 2, this is kind of to be expected. However, there's a sliver of hope. There are opportunities. And I
think where the hope comes is if Runtime just reset, forget that game ever happened, laugh it off. I know Runtime are a good group of guys. They are a tight knit friend sort of circle. So
cute,
they need to just cute, very very cute. Hashtag kawaii.
Hashtag power of friendship.
Power of friendship never works. No, I'm kidding. Just get good. No. All jokes aside, this is where I said in the analysis, Runtime's strength is that they are a unit. They are together. They are, they have this aspect about them where it's like we're a team. We're all here in it for the long run. We're a group of guys that have each other's back. This is where it can come into play the most, where they can really get together, give each other support and be like, let's get back into the series. Lane phase, slow it down, because, despite any draft you have, if the lanes go like that, doesn't matter, you're going to lose. So they just need to slow it down, neutralize the lanes a bit, don't get gapped too hard, and hopefully they can bring this back.
So, Savage Mikas, bro, welcome back to the party, by the way. I see you've re-entered the chat, if I'm not mistaken. What were your thoughts on how that game ended up going?
As we talked, as we speculated in the draft, that plan for Vitagen was to just skill check. Also, I did say I expect an Ahri ban, and Runtime decided to not go in that direction. Maybe they adapt it in the next game, because Ari was a massive, massive champion. Huge performance from X-Dice, huge performance from Dutch. But yeah, I feel like it started and ended with X-Dice outplaying and being a huge factor in every single fight that happened.
I mean, yeah, but at the same time, right? You mentioned that it's just a massive skill check, right? And the RE played a huge part. I mean, we know Xtai as a player. We know that he definitely has more champs in his pool of champions. How many champs do you commit to banning onto, say, Xtai, and then they just say, all right, we're gonna play Vayne top because Captain wants to skill check or wants to try to skill check enemy team now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean that is the threat, right? It's like they give the prior pick to Xtai. Next game they could give the prior pick to another laner. Like we saw the gaps just straight off from the lane. So is neutralizing one player not just going to let the other player of Vitagen just run the game over? And I do want to touch on Xti's performance there. That, like, coming off a rough series from Evo, I think the last game he was like 7 deaths on Vex. What a comeback performance, because that was one of the Ari games of the split, I have to say. That was a pleasure to watch, absorbing so much pressure, turning 2v1 scenarios into her favor. So many moments where she's 1 or 2 hits off and she's holding on to that last ult charge, manages to save it for that last moment, gets away, suddenly her team arrives, turns the tide. So big props to Xti's there, especially with a slightly rough laning phase against Frey Syndra. So definitely, something for Runtime to look out for. They're going to want to try and shut down the onslaught coming from Xtice here, because he came to show up today.
We
have a clip.
We have a clip. We have a clip.
Well, let's watch it.
Let's get it.
Let's see.
Let me get the popcorn.
Clip. Okay. Right. Let's run through this clip.
Okay. I think I remember what happens here, if I'm not mistaken. This is the disrespect again that we've seen a couple of times here from Vitagen, as we do see Aaron go in for what looks to be a bit of a crazy 2v2, but FraCX with a crazy stun in the end, and they are just gonna pick up that one, and I think that's a shutdown too. But these are the angles and the windows of opportunity that Vitagen are handing, and they are handing them to Runtime.
Yeah, and we saw against stronger teams like Gucci and against Evo. Wait, sorry, not Gucci. Against Evo, you get moments where that turns into game-losing scenarios. So, Runtime do need to look out for this. Maybe be a bit more like, hey, let's wait for them to do this, because they do it all the time.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
I definitely think that we're in a skill level, especially where one team is egoing a little bit. But I mean, like it is like if I'm playing against a Division 2 team as a Division 1 team, like I'm not gonna turn around and say that like I'm worried, because like I expect to win, because that's why you're a Div 1 team and they're a Div 2 team. It's like that's just how it pans out, and it's hard to not have that mentality in the game too of I'm just better than you. You know what I mean?
I mean, especially as well. I think if you look at a lot of the teams, I'd say pretty much every single team except for Vitagen has a massive skill gap within the team. Like there's always like not necessarily an in-depth skill gap, but just looking at elos, there's a difference in every team internally. I'd say Vitagen is the only team where their elos are just kind of similar. They're all on the same level. And when you get this stuff like you're all on the same level and you're all higher than everyone else, yes,
you get some crazy plays, right?
You're gonna get that insane crazy plays, insane confidence, insane we are just better. And for Runtime, this is a double-edged sword, because sorry, not for Runtime, for Vitagen, it's a double-edged sword, because as much as it is powerful for you, it can also be used against you. So for Runtime, just think about it. Just try and look for those moments where they overstep. Like for example, LMR, we saw that game, lost his flash, walked right up to the enemy turret, and then died again. So
I mean,
it's those moments.
Yeah, I
He
wanted
also
to chip.
spent. Yeah, sorry, you go first. You do you.
Yeah, I wanted to chip in on that because actually I liked what Runtime did in the early game, but with the bot line, repeated bot ganks and stuff, their jungler fell behind. But there was two reasons to it, because he kind of spent too much time waiting for the gank, and later on, VIT started to respect it. And I don't even think that they fully respected it. I feel like they could have executed the play, but Runtime were a little bit play shy. I feel like there was a moment where Braum could have just ulted and then jumped in with Q. There was a moment where they could have waited 2 more seconds if they already had waited 20 seconds, for example. And also, the picks were good in vacuum, but in theory, like Ezreal Braum lane sounds good, but don't you? I'd say you pick Ezreal if you want to send your support to roam.
Yeah.
Not to lane with it these days. I feel like
Sure.
as strong as a lane it is. Yeah, if you camp the bot, maybe pick something that clearer engage. Ash, Nautilus, I think, was open. Leona, something that punishes these AD carries that overstep harder than the Braum. And yeah, it was a classic Barda Papa roaming. He started to roam, and the snowballing team the fight in topside, where after a good start, Runtime found themselves almost killing Dutch's Hecarim, and then it turned into 2 kills for Whitegen. Yeah, Nautilus, not Nautilus, but Maokai pick was there, and he turned the fight around while Braum was doing Braum things.
Yeah, I mean, I completely agree. Actually, when the kill score game, despite the gold lead being quite even, when the kill score was 3 kills to 2 for a runtime, with the Vitagen bot lane being 0-3, I was really concerned for Vitagen because, you know, just looking at the draft, I was like, if they're behind now, which is like, you know, the period where they can, you know, they have a chance to skill check, then it's going to be rough. But as we saw, Runtime a bit too shy to push their lead and got a yeah.
Do you think that there's like, you say shy, but do you think there's like an inherent almost fear of?
I think it's almost like it's almost like you expect, or if you're Runtime, you expect to be chasing the game.
Yeah.
In any scenario. And so when you're in a position where you are responsible for leading the game, you're almost like, wait, what do we do? This wasn't in the plans. So
who scripted this? This wasn't part of the SLE script. I wasn't given this.
It's like, wait, I probably have 3 kills. Like what?
Wait, what now?
What now? No. So yeah, I mean, maybe they just froze. Maybe they just like this is not, you know, in the script, this was not in the plan. We don't know what to do from here. And you know, they definitely did look lost despite the good stuff in the other games. So, yeah.
Also, I'm gonna hydrate as I redeemed my own hydrates. Feels good.
Yeah.
Yo, I respect the emote, but also, you know what I respect more is hydration inflation is gone. It's back to 250. Let's keep it that way. I want to be able to spam it. None of this 500 hydrate rubbish. Like, give me cheap hydration. Best.
So what do you guys expect in this draft? I expect the Ahri ban and a more aggressive support pick from Runtime.
Well, yeah, I mean, you have to ban. There you go. The Zoe. The Zoe is just never getting through. I feel like you are gonna ban the Ahri as a Vitagen looking for potentially Sejuani ban. I'm not entirely sure if Runtime have been accustomed to playing that, but yeah, I think that Ahri ban is definitely gonna come through. And I mean, look, I've seen pretty much every team. I don't know if you guys did it too, but you're banning Poppy, right?
Yeah, Poppy is you know, as we said, SLE has its own meta, and Poppy is the S tier champion of that meta. So you gotta get rid of that. But I actually want to touch on the Zoe ban here. It's actually quite interesting because yes, I know Xtize is a beast on this champion. He's easily the best Zoe player in this league. But you have Frey, who has an impeccable Syndra.
Oh my goodness! You guys, sorry, Syndra, I just continue.
Syndra is literally one of the best counter picks the Zoe. It's almost like it's literally like Zoe's Q is literally a guaranteed stun for Syndra, which is usually a kill if you land randomly. So
triple ban on X-Ties, and I respect that.
Yeah, triple ban on X-Ties. But yeah, as I said, very interesting that they don't, almost give the Zoe over to be like, our mid is a strong Syndra player. Your mid is a strong Zoe player. We just take the free matchup. But fresh pick Lucian. Is that a flex?
I think it is a flex, but I also want to bring some attention to VIT actually banning their own Poppy out, which I find very interesting.
Interesting. Yeah.
That's the Nautilus. Please lock it in. Good.
Nautilus MF, fantastic bot lane duo. One of the classics that we've seen in this season. Lucian probably you probably don't want to send Lucian to bot lane after seeing that.
You don't want to, but this is also a man that picks Kalista.
Yeah, true.
He's psychopath enough to do it.
I mean, Vitagen do seem like a team that can three-way flex this pick, so and that pick as well.
This is the reworked Swain, correct?
This is the reworked Swain. So we're not on tournament realm. This is live client. So this will be the reworked Swain. As you guys know, his ultimate is changed, and he is. Oh my god! When that thing is on, you need to respect this guy because he will ruin a team fight.
He just doesn't die.
No, he doesn't. It's almost like if you compare a Nivea ult that moves with Tryndamere ult. It's a bit weird. I don't know why Riot decided this was a good idea.
Now, one thing, as they do lock in the Lee Sin as well, is this a Swain support? Because I actually think Swain functions more as a solo laner now, so I actually think...
So here's an interesting thing. Swain and Lucian, right now, you could argue that both of these are three-way flexes. I know Captain seems like a player who could play with the Lucian. I know X-Ties, especially if he plays like he does last game, he could take the Lucian. So can LMR, despite the rough matchup. Similarly, Swain can go in all three, in top, support, and mid lane. So, well, I have to say this could be the 5-head draft, and as we saw last game, if Vitagen win the draft, how does the game go?
I mean, I think Runtime has come in with some very, very clear draft ideas based on last game too. We have Engage and we have an MF ulti. We're going in, but obviously now with this new Swain, his ult actually is indefinite now. If I'm correct in saying that, so
I think it doesn't turn off until he pops it.
No. I think he can call down his ult and it doesn't end his demonic ascension anymore. His R is indefinite. Yeah.
As long as there's opponents near, right?
Oh, is that how it works?
I think so.
Yeah. But
it's indefinitely as long as opponents are around. Okay, that's balanced. Cool, nice.
Anyway. Looking like Runtime are just trying to give this Ornn an easy ride to the late game, banning out the Gwen, banning out the Camille. Super important bans. I mean, what do you do here? Like, what do you pick if you're Runtime here? Like, I feel like this is the jungle, and this is where you pick jungle, and this is where you pick what?
If I'm Runtime here, you got the beefy front line. You don't really need more Engage here.
This is Viego angle?
You can go for a bruiser, yeah. Viego would be perfect. You can go for a bruiser in the jungle.
Diana, Viego.
You do need a high DPS mid laner for sure.
Yes.
The high damage mid laners to round out this competition. They go for more Engage.
The Zac. I mean,
look.
I mean, if you're Vitagen, right, you just lock Ezreal in and you just sit under your tower because you're not playing top side here. It's a Nautilus MF Zac bot side, right? Yeah. I can't help but feel that Runtime are a little bit telegraphing how they want to play this out.
Do it. Go aim.
Oh no.
Okay, so
they locked it in.
I was literally going to say it is so risky to pick Zac when you don't know where Lucian is going. Oh no, Vitagen, don't sin. Okay, thank God. I thought
you don't like the Malphite here?
Not when Silas is open, no.
Of course.
I don't think I'm just playing Silas.
I know, but I mean,
but you're opting for pretty much. Wait, it is Swain's support, but you're opting for heavy AD into a very tanky team. I know Vayne is that true damage dealer, but like, just Anathemas? Question mark? As a Runtime hovering the Akali. Okay. Well, what were we saying about not having confidence?
their backside against the wall.
I mean, Akali is a
go
decent
for it.
pick here. Akali
Mhm.
is a decent pick here. Very, very good against 2 marksmen, and there's nothing on Vitagen that stops Akali just messing up the backline.
Yeah.
So I do want to add, with the Zac pick, it's really risky to pick Zac when you don't know where Lucian is going, because Lucian is one of the champions that can be flexed, and we can see here. It's a flashback of what happened in the last series where you had a Zac into a Vayne, and as we saw.
Yeah.
These assets.
VIT learn their lesson, right? They see the Zac pick, they're like, yo, it's my turn. Give me the pick.
Maybe this was Vitagen's plan all along.
However,
they got Dutch in the Discord to flame this Vayne champion. I hate this champion. I don't want to see it ever again.
VIT have made a huge mistake in drafting Vayne,
Yes.
by the way.
Yes.
And I'll tell you why. Because if MF goes PTA, she actually wins solo, all in, consistently against Vayne at all stages of the game.
So, I actually also noticed that. Yes, Vayne is good in terms of composition. This matchup here is really hard for Vayne.
Yeah, it's like borderline unplayable.
Yes, it's really, really difficult. I think Vitagen have paid too much attention of how do we deal with Zac and Ornn, and then just like forgotten that there's an MF there who is one of Vayne's worst nightmares.
VIT is like PTSD, like, oh, Zac, pick Vayne.
Yeah. I could just hear Dutch in the comments being like, Vayne, go.
But they've kind of forgotten that MF and Nautilus are gonna definitely be drawing your attention this game, and I feel like.
And add an Akali to that. So if the Nautilus ult goes onto the Vayne, that is the rumble ult noise that starts happening. You start hearing that if you're the Vayne player. Warning.
I mean,
so yeah.
without Vayne, right? Who kills Zac? Who kills Ornn? And who kills Nautilus?
Yeah, I guess that's why Vayne is there.
I mean, similar sense though. Who kills Aatrox if the
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just realized, I'm like, okay, so Akali can pick up the Lucian, maybe the Lee Sin dies. I'm like, so who kills Swain and who kills Aatrox?
Yep. Who kills these demonic beings, like, just running forward?
Yeah.
Like, they both press alt at the same time, and you just hear death metal music, like, in the background.
Like, wait, who picked Karthus? Wait, what?
And MF is just, like, shocked, so he just alts in place and dies anyway. But, hey, interesting to see. I think, Runtime have answers to aspects of Vitagen's comp, and I think Vitagen have answers to aspects of Runtime's comp. So this is a bang.
I think we're in for a really, really good game.
Yeah.
Can Runtime's top side survive against this Vitagen's top side? Because the Vitagen's top side seems so strong for first 20 minutes.
So I think just from last game, a lot of the chaos that happened in mid was created by Runtime. I think if we looked at the CS differences, they were like 10-15, but that was sort of about it up until the point where the fight started happening, where they just got skill checked. So if they can just avoid the fight and take the lane slow, I've never seen Frey on Akali before, but I know Frey was a good Syndra player, so we saw that in that mid lane matchup, the trades were actually going decent. Even in the top side, we saw the level 1 trades between Wukong and Graves were going actually pretty even. So I think if they can just avoid taking crazy fights for no reason and giving the kills off to the solo laners where they can just suddenly snowball, then it should be fine. But,
also, I mean, I think I'm going to chime in on top of that. It's like, okay, you say that Runtime's top side is perhaps weaker, and I half agree with that, but I don't know if my notes are correct, but last I checked, Ornn's Brittle actually does 100% max health damage now. I'm not sure if that's 100% correct, 100% accurate, but yeah, that guy does a lot of damage.
Yes, do not be scammed. Ornn is actually an AD carry marksman, assassin, mage, death knight, druid, paladin, monk.
Yeah.
Jesus, Yahweh, Muhammad. He is the entire package of a champion. So, I'd
be scared.
Have to give that some respect. I'm scared. Can you imagine an Ornn just turning up to school? Oh my lord.
School bully, bro. Imagine Ornn turning up to your school. All right, he gets off the school bus. He's like barely fits out the door, and he's got his backpack on. It's like, well,
Yeah.
just don't get in his way, man.
Lunchtime bell? Nah, screw that. Horn, baby.
Oh no.
On other hand, how does Vitagen wins this game?
Mechanics.
Yeah.
I mean, you've drafted Lucian, Vayne, and Lee Sin, right? You are saying, hey, we're better than you. Especially in the jungle and in the mid lane. You're simply, I mean, even in the bot lane, you picked Vayne into MF Nautilus. You are simply turning around and saying, we are just going to outplay you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I do think it's also important to add like a bit of a mid lane perspective here. I think this Akali Lucian matchup, although Akali does get the edge at 6, before level 6, it's actually pretty rough for him.
Yeah.
You are ranged into melee, and I mean Lucian's trading patterns is he's got range, he's got all-in potential, and if Frey oversteps and mismanages energy costs, you can get punished and get solo killed pretty easily. Like all it could take is a small slip up, and Lucian gets a kill. So definitely needs to watch out for that.
Solo lane Lucian, definitely not something to be messed around with for sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, look, again, we've seen what Vitagen are capable of. We've seen the mechanics on display. And again, I think you're totally right. This Akali just needs to survive till 6. You got a Zac and an Ornn. If they come in once with the Akali 6, I can't help but feel Lucian doesn't really have a way out of that.
Yes,
You know what
Lucian.
I mean?
Lucian is swapping places with Senna with that one. So
I just the Thresh, like just put me in jail, bro. Put me in Alander, man. I don't think I'd want to come back out after experiencing Ornn, Zac, Akali 6.
Yes, but if Lucian gets ahead before that window, then it becomes a bit of a disaster for runtime. That's where Lucian can even turn that 1v2. So
who do you give the scaling advantage to? Because obviously you got 280 carries on Vitagen's side.
You have to give it to Vitagen, right?
But you have an Ornn and an Akali and an MF.
I'm gonna give it to Vitagen simply because of the Aatrox. I think yes, the marksman on Vitagen is gonna have a tough time in this game, but the Aatrox will not have a tough time. No one can really kill you, and you can kill everyone else. So
I really, really hope I see Kraken PTA MF. If I see PTA MF, I have hope that Runtime have a way to kill Swain, should win bot, have a way to kill Aatrox. There's hope. Because PTA Kraken Collector MF is actually an 80 carry. It's not just an R as a.
It is not.
It's
PTA.
Me.
Hey, well,
On that note, predictions. Who's backs it?
Predictions.
I think Vitagen take this.
Yeah, I think this is a huge blunder not taking PTA on MF here, because you're a strong side MF too, right? So I mean, I think lethality MF is really good. They're just pressing E with Comet, getting some poke and doing nothing, and then coming to team fights and being an R bot and just doing big damage. But I feel like this is a game where you should have attention from Aaron. He should be bot, he should be mid, so you should be taking PTA and you should be building Kraken into either LDR or Collector. And I mean, small blunder, but
I think
could be game deciding.
I think if I'm seeing it from Vion's perspective, this is to be oppressive in lane. But I think it's a bit misunderstanding the matchup because
you're MF into
you're naturally oppressive without anything.
All right. Sorry, I just have to mention the target for their old habits. Here we go. As we are into game 2. Vitagen versus Runtime, as Mr. Mikus will depart ways again. As
I miss him already.
Okay, we are going to see the Vitagen special.
It's an inception moment as different teams with the exact same thing as standard cover coming out from red side and a bot lane invade coming out from blue side. But
what are the chances Dutch goes to his blue buff now? No way.
As Lee Sin as well? There's no way. Right?
It's this is the Vitagen special. I'm sorry, man. They do this every single game.
They actually
except last game.
Yeah, that was a one-off. I mean,
that was just to like make sure, like you know when like people are kind of catching on to your strats. You're like, hey guys, we'll not do it once, and it's like well. But yeah, it's looking like
in their next interview they can say we're a diverse team.
we're diverse, we swear. And, both junglers are gonna start in the top side. I think that is more advantageous for Aaron because look, you're not really playing up towards an Ornn anyway. But yeah, look, you mentioned the Lucian matchup. Look at this, man. Just immediate presence. You're like, hey man, you don't get to touch this wave.
Yep, that's exactly what Lucian needs to do because as soon as level 6 hits, oh my god.
I mean, it's electrocute Swain, and I mean, you don't have PTA, you don't have the ability to trade back really past Comet and your E, and again, I think this is just a very, very meaningful mistake, because I think Vayne now wins in isolation against you as MF.
Yeah, I actually want to touch on something from Frey here. So Akali is, it's standard to go Conqueror, but when you got 2 marksmen like right there, this is 100% an electrocute game.
And electrocute, I was gonna say, please. I guess electrocute is, you just want to
just get rid of them. Yeah, it's a straight up like you pop them with 3 spells. So, interesting. He's going for the Conqueror, maybe for extended fights, but we'll see.
I don't expect fights to be extended.
No, no, I don't. You do have a Zac and Ornn, so I guess in that sense.
I mean, maybe, but like the enemy team has 2 glass cannons. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true. I mean, if Akali is weak, then they will be extended.
Maybe they'll go a bit longer. Yeah, true.
Just slightly longer. We know what that champion does, but like already the Akali is so far behind.
True, and I mean, we saw this in game 1, a little bit of a lead, but now Xeyes is just on a domineering matchup, and he is just, we are seeing it now as both of the junglers level 3 in the bot lane as Luna will flash forward, the flash connects, Senmar gonna get rooted, gonna be forced to flash away, and now Dutch is here on the counter engage. Do they have enough? He's gonna take the second Q back in, heal's gonna come out from Vion. It is an all-out brawl.
I've seen this before.
Down. Luna has no flash, he's gonna get rooted up, he's gonna get handed over the first blood to Vayne. Now he's gonna flash forward from the Lee Sin, gonna pick up Vion in the end, and Barpapa with an auto attack, and that is a 2-for-0 for the side of Vitagen. It is looking ropey already.
So, once again, we see a Zac attempting a level 3 gank on a Vayne, and it goes and ends in disaster for him.
And as okay, well, they're not done here. Aaron is unfortunately going to get on the receiving end of a red buff. Lee Sin at level 3. Butterfly is going to just barely miss his pull. I think it's going to come to nothing, but Zac is not done. Going to jump in. Going to go down with the passive, and Frey CX is here on the back side. Luna with the hook. Dutch is on the run, but he is just going to get picked up. Aaron might just survive this one. He does. Vion going to pick up hard Papa, but Lee Sin going to survive somehow. But
what?
Yeah, Zac also survives. There's going to be a 1-for-0, and that's just going to be a free kill donated over to MF. So both AD carries kind of receiving some freebies as FraceX going to land the E, going to take it, and he's going to lose 2/3 of her HP for it. Yeah.
I was actually going to say, Akali getting that kill on Lee Sin would have been a disaster.
Game-changing. Yeah.
For Vitagen, but somehow, I don't know if it was a missed E, but Lee Sin gets away, and look at the wave for Akali here. It is, it hurts.
Lucian, if he's smart, because look, if you haven't missed XP, a solo laner will hit 6 at 5 minutes 40. So if Lucian is smart here, he'll have this tower, he'll have this sit towards him until he hits 6, and he will hit 6 first. He'll probably hit 6 when the next wave comes in, and then you just go all in. Like, you have the item advantage, you're going to have the level advantage, you probably have the summoner advantage, as Lucian also opted for that exhaust. I just find it really hard for Akali to play from this position. I think Zac needs to come down and needs to help out his mid lane.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm Akali here, the one thing I'm looking for is roam timer where you can pick up the kills on.
Alright, am I right? Let's see, how many more minions is it? As FraceX is going to hit 5, but I don't expect that to be enough. Lucian is hopefully almost 6. I think he's almost 6. He should almost be 6. I think he's looking for it.
Oh my god, he missed the Q. Oh, I'm seeing a slight...
There's the 6 from the Lucian.
Yeah. he's not gonna
Please just go all in. I want to be such a big brain caster here.
It would be a kill because there is no ult from Akali. But
True. But Zach is here to hover the Lucian now as Ornn is going to go forward. There's that 100% max HP damage as Captain is going to get that flash force. As Lee Sin is also up in this top lane. Ornn, no summoners, no W. Captain going to flash forward, and that's going to be a kill onto the Ornn. As yeah, I mean, well played from Captain, and good gank as well, set up by Dutch. And Akali has survived till 6, but Lucian is going to get the culling off, going to force the flash, and Akali not done yet. They are going to re-engage onto Xdias. Oh, everything goes wide, and Xdias is just going to exhaust, and now Fraciex needs to be careful, but a summonerless, no mana Lucian should be unable to get that kill.
Yeah, unable to get a kill, but like, in eight times out of 10, that was a dead Lucian there. Honestly, if they had just landed the spells, a lot of things happening. As you said, World Ender is a big spell against Ornn here, and you can see how much it changed the that top lane trade. It was looking rough, and suddenly it wasn't.
Barda needs to be careful as the hook goes wide, but Aaron is not going to miss the knock-up. The Ignite goes down, the root comes out, another knock-up, and Lunam going to pick up a kill. He has been getting all the gold in this game. He did it last game on Brome, he's going to do it this game again on the Nautilus, and now it's looking like it's going to be a free Drake, as Lee Sin is on the top side here.
Take taken, and I want to point out the lead in the mid lane here is huge, and Frey's even opting for a
Dark
Tab
Seal
Rush
as well, sorry.
Yeah, Dark Seal and Tab Eyes Rush, which is interesting. It's going to delay the spike even more, so...
Yeah, I mean, look, perhaps you're like, okay, Akali's hit her power spike now, she's kind of sick, she has the potential once she has her ult up to go and trade, but looking like the Ornn Horde is going to come down, he's going to knock up
no flash.
Captain, no flash. Fraciex is here, I really hope they donate over this as the knock-up comes down, the kills come out, and that is going to be a free kill over to the Akali. That is 2 stacks, the Dark Seal was worth it.
This is hey, this is why you go Dark Seal and Akali when you're behind, actually, because
you can see it in chat already. They all type worth. As Xdias is got to be careful here. Zach is going to leap forward. The Q is not going to connect though, and now Dutch will see Fraciex. The Q is going to connect, but does he have enough? As they are just going to look to turn this. Lee Sin does have the kick available to him, but the Zach bounce house is there, going to force the Lee Sin ult defensively, and now it's just going to be a little trade over these chickens. A little bit of KFC picking up as Barda Papa will turn up to the party now. The root does not connect though.
Hey, that was the classic almost Vitagen overextension there.
But yeah, a lot of things happening. I was gonna say.
Okay, nothing too crazy. Barda Papa just gonna take a duel with Tower. Tower's gonna win that one. Fraciex gonna get collected by that Lucian Q, but Zach he might smite this. Oh, he doesn't have smite. That's so sad. But does he steal it? Did he get that? I think he did. He did, and now Lunam is here too. He's going to flash forward. The knockup's going to come out. They're going to pick up Barda Papa. That is going to be 1. Does Lunam have anything left? He does not. And this is the kind of ego play that we've been waiting for. And now, I mean...
This is what we were saying that Vitagen do.
That being said, though, if we look at the gold, it is still heavily tilted to Vitagen's favor. However, I feel like a lot of that is just farm differences in the middle. Top lane is Vayne is going to get hooked. The Vayne ult is going to go down. Vion is not going to have the damage. The ult is just going to barely go wide, but I don't think Vayne can stay here.
No.
But it's looking like Runtime going to do some passive. This League of Legends going to leave that one alone. Vayne is just going to pick up that wave, and anything crazy you see from the builds, they might look for Swain here, as they are going to get double rooted, double pulled, and not going to come to anything in the end.
Wow. What a absolute hectic period of game.
Tell me about it. Oh no.
It's not over.
The root's gonna come down, the condemn's gonna come out, and that is just gonna be a free kill onto Lunam. Perhaps not, it's gonna be traded, the Ignite plus the heal from Vion, and now it is a 1v1, but this MF is up 2 levels. Barda Papa, can he survive for long enough for Dutch to get here? The Q connects, Barda Papa goes golden to survive. That one is gonna be a 2-for-1, and I mean, this is what we were talking about, right? The hands, the mechanics that Vitagen are gonna bring to the scene.
Yeah, good mechanics, but I do want to say Vitagen's bot lane almost got 2v2'd by Division 2 bot lane there.
We do see Ornn, the one-shot merchant coming in. He's gonna miss the knock-up, and now once again Frey CX is up in this top lane. Captain and gonna get knocked up. The full combo comes down from the Akali. They are not gonna give it over to her this time, but Dark Seal, it was worth it. It's gonna be an assist, but now Xdiaz is gonna spot Lunam here, but Xdiaz needs to be careful. They are coming down 3-man strong to this bot lane as the hook, just barely goes short. Not gonna underneath her. But this, I know we were talking about the potential weakness of this top side here from runtime, but look, man, Ornn is a nutty champion. Akali doesn't have a lot of farm, but she has the kills and Dark Seal stacks, so there is gold there is value there, but again, like, she is having a really hard time farming against this.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say the Akali here, what you want to do. I wanted to say there was just so much going on. I couldn't. You know the Akali here, what you want to do is. Okay, there's more going on. I'm not needed here. No, if you're Akali.
Colorcast, they said it'll be fun. They said silent for the whole game.
No, if you're Akali, you want to pick up the Dark Seal, pick up a couple kills where you can, and it seems to be working out here. Frey gets
okay, the Q connects. Is the Lee Sin going to look for the play? He's not. Akali going to get that W off the Lee Sin kick, not going to come through, and now Zack's going to join the party. Q goes wide, Lee Sin might take this one back, as Xdiaz is going to go for the culling, going to force Aaron to flash out, and everyone's going to live with 1 HP.
Well, that's the second time Aaron has completely whiffed the Q and it's almost cost his life, so he really needs to be hitting those. Like, this is another scenario here. You know, Akali had the ultimate. If that lands.
Akali?
What? Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Please don't do anything.
Please don't take that A, as we do see some fighting now over this blue buff. Zack is going to go forward. Swain also going to pop the ultimate. The bounce house comes out, and they are just going to pick up the support here. That is going to be one. Bartapapa does need to be careful here, as he does get that E off. And then the Lee Sin goes flying forward. There's going to be a double kill over the Vayne, but it is going to be traded 2 for 1. And now the TP comes in from the Ornn. Bartapapa does need to run. Ornn ult is coming up. Ornn also has the flash. Here comes the Ornn horn. Bartapapa, be careful. Bang! That is a 2 for 2 in the end.
LMR auto-attacked a minion. I don't know if anyone saw that. He auto-attacked the cannon, dropping silver bolts, and
although, top side, Captain probably going to get 2 plates for that. So, in the end, probably still worth for Vitagen, but again...
Could have been better. Like, for a team that, you know, are looking to skill check your opponents, you can't be making mistakes like that.
True.
LMR, you know, maybe want to shout out Ori here, you know, maybe want to go teach him how to right click better. No, I'm kidding. But no,
alright, be bet.
Bit of a misplay there from Vitagen, but in the end, it does turn out well, as you mentioned. Captain gets 2 plates as a hook.
It's the hook. This is an aggressive play here from Lunam. He's just going to get absolutely one shot there. Gonna hook into 3 people. He did not expect that one, but one thing I would like to bring the attention to is this Vayne is a 4-1, a 300 gold shutdown now.
Yeah.
How do you kill her?
And the shield bow, so Akali's gonna have a rough time.
Hard time. Yeah.
Her out.
But she has 3 stacks on a Dark Seal, alright?
Yeah,
so maybe.
That 3 stacks can turn into 6, and then you're in trouble. Ooh.
And then it can turn into a second item Magi's. Who would do that?
Yeah, who would do that? Nah, I think if you do that, you just won't be able to carry a game.
Yeah, true. As they are going to get a little bit aggressive onto Frey here, as Lee Sin Q does just go wide. Gonna come to nothing in the end.
I really do want to touch on something. There seems to be like...
Oh no, beyond.
Oh wait, what?
Oh no. Do I have to say anything here? Like, what is there to say? Heal comes out, Nautilus ult comes down. I mean, it's just... Oh! But Frey? No.
This room is sponsored to you by Dark Seal. No. Nah. I was gonna say there seems to be pretty bad piloting of champions from Frey and Aaron here.
Yeah.
Aaron, we've seen missing Qs. I've seen Frey miss Akali Qs, which is like, if you're out of range, you don't throw the Q. Right?
Speaking of Aaron, build question mark. As FraceX is gonna have to get out of that one fast. It's gonna dodge the Swain pull, not gonna dodge the Lee Sin Q, and gonna get stunned against the wall. Gonna be forced to ult. The flash does not get over the wall. She's gonna get picked up by the culling. That is a sad one. Sparta gonna flash forward, land the root. Zach is gonna get picked up too. Sparta with a great follow-up engage there, and poor Orn on this top side. He's just chilling, bro. This is top lane, man.
If you're on here, you're chilling on 2-in-1 whilst the bot
True,
side
man. You're like
on fire.
Diff.
Like you know the meme of the guy walking in the room with the pizza.
Wait, no. What meme is this?
Wait, are you serious?
No, yeah, I've not seen that meme.
It's like a Donald Glover with pizza box. He runs in. And it's on fire.
The hook, the ult comes down, but Lee Sin is here. He has the kick. He does not have the kick. Does he have the kick? No, there's no kick here.
He did
Wrong
have
shoes.
the kick, but he did not use it.
No, he did not. He's just gonna just come down, save everyone there, and I mean, MF used her ultimate there, so I mean, well, again, all the kill pressure onto this Vayne is gone. Once MF doesn't have ultimate with this build, she's kind of not really a champion. This MF build is kind of just me press R. That's about it.
And you know, you take the comment for oppressive lane phase, but that lane phase is now over as Vayne.
That lane phase is now over, and you've died 4 times. So how oppressive has it really been? Was my question. Is that flame? Is that toxic? Leon's playing well. He's doing his best.
It's not toxic. It's analysis.
Is it flame if it's facts?
Exactly.
Yes.
And
that was the last time we saw the SLE cast.
Oh
They got cancelled. That is just a huge amount of damage coming out, but it might just get traded. He is gonna flash the culling. He's gonna get a double kill, 2 for 1, and now Captain and he's coming in. He has popped the world ender. Aaron is looking a little bit small. That is a small Zach. He is gonna get just picked up there. I love that about Zach. As he loses HP, he gets real small. It's cool.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a bit rude to call him out like that, calling him small.
Listen, you gotta take enjoyment in the small things, okay?
Hey, how do you know? Anyway.
Oh. We go way back. Me and Zach.
Hey man, it's I blame the game state. There's a fight?
So we do see a fight, but it is looking like it is just going to be a clean 2-0 as Captain is going to flash forward, but the one shot, the Ornn, it's not going to be enough. Did they nerf the Ornn damage, bro? I swear it one-shots everything.
He is 3-2. Despite
he is 3-2.
This is exactly what I meant, guys.
Can we get a gold check? Despite,
Ornn is the only champion in the game where a game like this, and he's 3-2.
This is winning if you're an Ornn. If you're an Ornn and you're down 500 gold on an Aatrox, you take those. Especially considering your team is like 9k down. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I think if I'm a Kali here, you would switch games to Warcraft.
Aaron, he hits the Q. Okay. Okay. The TP comes down. Lunam's gonna flash forward for the auto, gonna land the hook. FraceX, all the TP is gonna come in. The World Ender is also there. Lunam is gonna get picked up. That is the first kill of the trade. But Zach comes in again. It gets cancelled. MF comes down now too, but Xtyres is still alive. Nice. That is one shutdown gone. Zach is going to pick that one up. Captain now might get picked up afterwards, but here we go. All the healing comes out. This is an Aatrox. It is an Aatrox at the end of the day, and now it's an Amari at the king of the fight. That is 1, that is 2, that is 3, that is 4 kills over to the side of Vitagen. A full ace, 5 for 1 overall, and yeah.
That was looking so good for runtime. Xtyres lost his mind, sort of dashed right into 4 people. Dies right away, and the fight was looking good. Aatrox almost falls, but then the third Q heals back all that HP, does all the damage. Vayne comes in, sweeps the floor with runtime, and they're gonna just push through with Harold in the mid lane.
Remember when we were saying Ornn is only 500 gold behind? Yeah, me too.
Yeah, well, hey.
Oh, wait, we do see a TP coming in behind. FraceX is not done yet, as a Captain is looking kind of low here, as the Nautilus ult is going to come out. Captain actually just picks this up. That's one shutdown. Bartapapa is on the run now. He's going to be forced to flash away, but he might have just given away the location of his AD carry as well, as he is going to cancel the Zac, but they are not giving up this chase.
Is top lane.
Oh
here.
no, not into his waiting arms, not like this. The Ignite comes down. Oh, FrazyX might this might be the end, as Aaron is going to hit the Q, as FrazyX is going to go in, and now Ornn is in the mix. Ornn and Lunam is here, Vion is here too, does not have the MF ultimate though, and I mean, next eyes, oh my god, that one shot with the demonic Ascension from Swain, and
Wait,
I mean,
what? Is he
triple kill over to the Swain. Is this a Bartapapa quadra kill? There's no way, right? Does he have flash? No, he doesn't.
Gosh.
Okay. And Lunam finding himself in a bit of an awkward spot. Are they going to donate the kill? Okay, that's an unofficial quadra kill. I'll take that.
Listen, I know our casters are supposed to be impartial and all that, but oh my god, runtime. Do you know how to like function the keyboard and mouse or something? The amount of missed spells I have seen on multiple players this game is unreal. It's borderline like intentional. I don't even mean to be toxic. You don't. Listen. You lose.
Is it toxic if it's facts?
It's not toxic. It's analysis. Get that on the t-shirt, someone.
Jesus Christ.
No, but
okay,
also,
Aaron is gonna land the Q, and Ornn is here, but Zac is here too. But FrazyX is here as well. Xyz might just get picked up here. They're gonna look for a quick one-shot. That Ornn shut down, and now they are gonna look onto Dutch. The knockup does land. Dutch gonna be forced to kick him away. It's LMR is here now too. So is Bartapapa. Now it's LMR. The Vayne. Okay, here we go. Is gonna pick up one. FrazyX is gonna go golden. Vayne gonna get double knocked up, but Bartapapa with the demonic ascension is just gonna absolutely suck the whole team dry, baby. He gets a couple of kills there. Double kill goes over to the Vayne, and FrazyX is gonna get picked up.
Bartapapa is a beast on this swing. Oh my god. Wow. What a performance. Xyz died in that
And
fight.
that might just be the game there. Is oh my god, Dutch gonna go straight in onto Vion there, but yeah. I do just expect this to be a game-ending moment. We've seen a dominant performance going over to the side of Vitagen. Aaron with a last-ditch effort. Vion gonna instantly cancel MF ult. Unfortunate there, but the Ornhorn does come down. No deaths yet, as Ornn gonna flash forward. It's LMR, might just get picked up here. The Q goes wide. Zac gonna pick up a full 1k shutdown, but it is inevitable. Vitagen is inevitable. This game, Bartapapa is inevitable. The demonic ascension comes out. He goes golden. The damage is just huge. FrazyX is not going to have the ability to pick anything else up. Bartapapa not done yet. The demonic ascension does not end. There we go. That's another one. He is maybe going for the penta here, as FrazyX is doing his best. The Conqueror really picking in that extended fight, but Bartapapa, you're just going to solo kill the Ornn, no problem. That's a double kill going over to the Swain. And that is going to be the end of the game. Dominant from Vitagen is all I have to say about that one.
Yo, message to the good Chi guys. Look for a new mid laner. I'm done. I quit the game. I don't want to play this anymore.
Woo!
Honestly, all right. I mean, there wasn't much to analyze other than I think
Some interesting commentary.
Vitagen, honestly, I think they were just the better team, better players. I think I have to be, not to be rude again. Like it's not toxic. It's analysis. Not to be rude, like I honestly didn't think Runtime looked like they knew how to play their champions or something. I saw so many missed skill shots. I don't know if it was nerves. I don't know if it was maybe they're just feeling the pressure of the situation. But you're going into this game, you lose, you're out of the tournament. You got to pick champions that under pressure situations you're going to perform on, and it just looked like from my screen at least they were on champions that in no pressure that they wouldn't even be able to have executed it properly. So yeah, interesting. As we have a clip. We have a clip.
While the clip plays Mikas, what do you think of that one?
Yes.
This clip, I need to remember what was it. Oh yeah, overall I loved the Swain pick. It worked out very well. Actually, I don't know if I would love it against a stronger team, but in this game it looked brilliant. And Yeah, did a lot of things. Had got a lot of things done, and then also like after the changes, he actually can run as a support because the base damages for his abilities and his ult makes him a very strong champion even without gold, right?
I mean, you saw it at level 1. They completely chunked the MF out with that the Swain E into Electrocute with one auto from F, and it's just yeah. We definitely saw the power of Swain this game.
Yeah. Yes. That.
Roll the clip. Let's go.
Clip.
Here we go. We
This
see
is
the
the
root.
2v2 play. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have to respect runtime for all-inning and not running out of it. But yeah, Dutch was on his way and they did outplay at the end. Nice Zonia by Bardapapa.
This again, it comes down to understanding where the resources are allocated to your map state. Zach is in the top side of the map. You just shouldn't be taking a 2v2 when you don't know where the enemy jungler is and your jungler is on the other side of the map, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But yeah, continue. Roll the clips. Let me see them.
I think this is something that I want to talk about here. Because I think this is where you might see Vayne do the misclick on the auto. But if you press play, roll the clip. Yeah, so you see Swain on the ult, so he's more than comfortable to just face tank everything. He's literally melee range. MF ult is basically ineffective as you have champions that can move out of it. But here, watch this auto attack on the Ken. Oh, you see? No.
That's unlucky.
Right clicking is often a challenge for most of us. But anyway, yeah, it was a decent fight for Vitagen at the start, but then with that misplay going too far forward, runtime did manage to turn it out, but turn it around. But at the back end of this was an Aatrox picking up 3 plates in the top lane. So was it really worth it for runtime?
I mean, yeah, true. I think Aatrox got 3 plates for that little play there.
Yeah. So
have to acknowledge that I respect that runtime went down fighting. Maybe they fought too much. Maybe they looked for too many fights.
Yeah.
But yeah, at least they didn't slowly bleed it out.
Yeah.
They went down on their own terms. It was like game 1. They were like, look, we're going down. At least we're going to try. The goal difference is only going to get worse. So let's just go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Goal difference is only a number, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean.
Oh,
As
yeah.
we run the clip. Next meme, next clip. Any PewDiePie fans?
Next me.
Maybe Frey has wrong info. Wards do not give stacks on the.
Oh no, I don't want to.
Oh, who clipped this? Oh, I feel so bad for Frey.
This is unfortunate.
Disaster.
KDA in shambles.
Listen, Frey, if you want some tips on how to flash, just look at Bardapapa 5 seconds afterwards. There you go.
Oh my god.
Not flame, it's analysis.
It's not toxic, it's analysis. Hey, I love this quote. It's such a
Jesus Christ. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
No, that's sorry. But also bear in mind these games, they're asking for it. You know what I mean?
This game was never on paper, it was never supposed to be close. All right.
Oh.
And I think the skill gap became evident as we saw 2, I'm gonna say definitive games because they were definitive. You drafted Maokai and you won. That's a definitive win, right?
Yeah. Let's play.
Next.
Oh,
clip.
this one was brilliant. Play by Bardapapa.
Swain, man.
Beautiful. Lucian tried to do so much here, and he actually went out with a double kill. Also, nice play by X-Ties.
I think I actually want to shout out this itemization from X-Ties. Usually Lucians, they just potato brain run Gale for us no matter what the scenario, but really smart for him to go with the Kraken Slayer, sacrificing some mobility, some survivability to pump out the damage, and you get these scenarios here we can turn these unfavorable situations in your favor. So big shout out to X-Ties for the series. I think he really popped off, absorbed pressure, and not just absorbed, but turned them around. He was getting 1v2'd, and he managed to trade 1 for 1, or trade 1 for 0. Didn't even give up his own life in the Aria games we saw. So yeah, big game for him.
Next clip.
Next clip. Run the clip.
Run the clip. McSty's gonna dodge out. Aaron gonna finally hit a Q. Let's go. It's not flame, it's analysis. And all the TP's coming in.
God, this is so messy. I think this was the first clip where I was like, what is going on? You see a Kali miss a Q somewhere here. Oh, there it is.
Oh,
That's
this
what you
clip.
want to pick out there. Akali missed a Q.
No. But like, no. All jokes aside, that Q is vital because that's a
Yeah.
slow and X ties, and it's probably he doesn't die without pulling out the extra damage that he did there. Oh my god. Oh my
This
god.
is just tunnel vision in my opinion. Like you're like,
Yeah.
oh my god, we have more people, go in, take the fight, but like you haven't realized that you spent the last 30 seconds taking that fight, and now the whole enemy team shows up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is the same play, but like for me, this play is. You remember when G2 was playing against
Oh
IG,
yeah.
and the Shy went in with Aatrox and went from like 1% HP to instantly to like 50%.
Yeah.
Captain, and right here, shades of that, just like
Yeah.
beautiful Aatrox healing into like multi-man knockups. Amazing play by Captain.
Yeah, I mean, insane play by Captain, but in a
Look
certain
at this.
sense,
Oof.
Then the
Goals
goon
back,
squad,
okay,
the
great.
cleanup crew.
amazing. He survived for so long.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, fantastic. I think I'm pretty sure he hit every single sweet spot on the key there, Captain. But I do also want to say, like,
You know, this is on runtime as well. Like champions like Aatrox and Silas, when there are these extended fights, they don't care what HP they have. They even like enjoy being low HP. You know, they want this low HP scenario so that they can just heal back and like bait you into a bad situation. So, you know,
Yep.
runtime. You know, this is probably the discrepancy between Division 1 teams and Division 2 teams to look out for these small little things. But in the end, it's Vitagen proving to be too much for runtime. I want to say that the games had some life, but I honestly think Vitagen swept the floor with them. I think it was quite a comfortable series for them. I don't think.
Vitagen took their vitamins. They looked real healthy. You know, it was good.
yeah, they were definitely vitamin today. But I believe we do have an interview with two people.
With Team Vitamin themselves.
Team Vitamin themselves.
Wow.
So I will.
Oh,
yeah.
Frey Sex. How does Frey? Does the Ignite just pick her up? Oh no, it's the Leandri's burn and then
Leandri's burn, yeah.
Aaron. I mean, Barda Papa, man. Like this guy, like he presses R and he just doesn't die. By the way, like he's just standing in 3 people and he's like, yeah, that's fine. And obviously, everyone's just looking at the Swain here, and Lucian's just free hitting over the wall onto the high priority target MF, and it's just. Yeah.
I actually want to also shout out both X-Ties and Alamara. In this game, it actually isn't as simple as it looks to operate the marksman here. But I think they did really good in every fight. So shout out to them.
I mean, every fight starts off like every fight is on runtime's terms. You see Aaron trying to make things happen, and they seem to start well, and they're like, damn, okay, we can pick up 2 kills here. Cool, man. No. Again, it's just the constant tunneling, I feel like.
I actually, you know this clip here? I think LMR heavily misplayed.
It's fine, man. It's so good.
He went full melee range there. But
oh no!
To be fair, he's a super fed vein. So.
Can I just say, Barda Papa on the Swade, man. That W, I feel like it was just so nice. The little snipe at the end there.
I think Akali missed the Q on Vayne, actually.
Oh, she missed. Oh, wow.
Yeah, unfortunate for runtime, but very well done by Vitagen. Also, you could tell that it wasn't clean at all plays, and maybe some of the mechanics were not fully cleanly executed. But honestly, if it was my team, we would do the same thing there. We would have fun. We would fool around. We would.
I mean,
so Vitagen did all that they were asked for to do, and brought in the show.
What I will say that is impressive from the side of runtime is you do get games where like
the weaker team will often like just bleed out, and they'll just like they'll make it boring. You could see they brought the fight. They made this a banger. Honestly, despite falling behind in lanes, despite X-Ties and Captain and just like showing their stuff, showing their skill checking at many fights, they still kept trying to look for fights. They still kept
is
trying
masochism the word?
Is
I think the word. No, all right. Anyway, let's get this interview on the road.
Use the word testosterone.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Sorry for making you wait as long as you had to wait for the playoffs.
Hello, guys. All right, welcome. So, congratulations on the win. You are through to the next round. But first, I gotta ask you, what was that first draft plan? Please explain.
I think drafting today we tried some like more weird and like different stuff because we felt we had room to try different stuff against these guys. So we just thought, and our support just refuses to play normal stuff because why not? Yeah. So it's all plays weird shit.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, Mikas, do you have a question?
I wanted to ask more about that. Was it basically I guess you answered the question already. So was it an opponent specific draft, or was it something that you felt really comfortable on?
I mean, I think like I'll let Anton speak in a second. So, but I think we didn't really prep that hard, but we prepped some other stuff in scrims lately because after the Evo game we had to change some stuff and try some new stuff, and like the Maokai support came out and like getting Misfortune and stuff like that as well was stuff we wanted to try, and we always like prior on Ari. It was like we didn't really look past it, but we wanted to try some new stuff.
Yeah. Looked really solid. I want to ask is like coming into the series, I think a lot of people were saying like your series against Evo was not your normal selves, and that sort of played into how people viewed this series. Did you guys think that this was just we're gonna win, like we're just gonna completely destroy them, or were you sort of like let's just give them some respect?
You want to answer, Anton?
I mean, we didn't really play that much.
Yeah.
Because we had such long breaks. I don't know. It feels like we kind of had to scream a bit, and I don't know. It feels a lot better now.
That's good.
So it's like, and also we didn't like put a lot of effort in the draft today. I feel like because we kind of felt like we would win anyways.
Yeah. You guys came in pretty confident, and I mean, rightly so. You guys are the leaders of the pack. Supposedly, you guys came out on top of the division at the end of the split. These guys are a Division 2 side. You're like, look, based just on paper, we should have what it takes to beat these guys, right? Which I think is completely understandable. But going forward now, because obviously, if you lose, you're done. You lose a series, you're done. And unfortunately, for Runtime, they are now out of the playoffs. That is them. That is their journey finished. But going forward for you guys, your next game is the winner of RT1 versus Enemy. Do you guys have any feelings going forward to that, or is it just another? Yeah, we're better than these guys. Like, just draft whatever and just win.
I mean, losing against Evo is like might be a bit of a blessing in disguise because you like kind of play like 4 series instead of like 1 or 2.
Mm-hmm.
So you keep like standard practice anyway. So I think that's might be better for us, even like not be like it's fine, we lost, it doesn't matter. But I think it's like maybe good like the G2 bottom run because you just keep playing. We think RT1 is gonna win, like wipe the D2 scraps back to D2, and then
like okay.
And then you have to spice it up, and then we just face RT1. Then we're just gonna go. I think we
not blame analysis. Yes. Let's see with this one.
Not be based Brian ready, but I think we should be favorites against you guys.
Yeah. I mean, for sure. We'll see. We'll see.
He's saying that with like some salt in his mouth. I can
Just pick Callista again. We'll see what happens.
We banned Callista from our ADC's mental, so it's deleted.
Actually, I want to ask you, Dutch, something. You know, this series, I think we saw that the true strength of your solo laners here. As a jungler, what is it like playing knowing that your top and mid are just so strong? And
you trying to say he got carried? Is that what you're trying to say?
No. Oh, okay. This guy's putting words in my mouth, by the way. No. What I'm trying to say is, does that affect your style? Do you execute or call certain plays because your solo laners are this powerful?
I mean, like, I was kind of, especially like this, because I knew we had like good solo laners over them. So we had like a small game plan. We kind of, if we can weak sec bot and just play for laners because we feel like we have such good laners. And I know I can trust these guys like in their laning phase and in the decision making a lot more than like if with some I would play with like less good laners. Because I always know they can get prio at good lanes and have like good wave management and stuff like that. So it makes me feel good playing with these guys in my lanes. It gives me like it gives you some safety that you can play a bit more aggressive.
That's good, man. Nice to hear. Yeah. Does anyone have any other questions?
No, I think that's everything from me. Mikas, you got anything else to add?
Well played, guys. You really bounced back. And how was to play Zach Vayne again?
Yeah, but Vayne Zach got Helford every single time. I wanted to hover the cell, but I was actually surprised I actually picked it as well. I was like, we instant locked Vayne. We have to play Vayne, by the way. That's in the moment, Vayne. Like, or Nautilus Zach, like Vayne instant lock it.
Yeah, I mean, true. I mean, it's definitely worked for you guys too, especially Zach tried to gank Vayne level 3 bot. You guys know exactly how that goes. And,
I mean, we kind of did the same thing against Evo that they did.
Yeah.
Learn from your mistakes. That's the important part, and you guys clearly have.
I mean, I have to say, Rengo as well, if you're listening, I finally got out of it. I played a game of Lee Sin, man. I got from the way.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Yeah, all right, remember I'm the champion now.
You didn't pick Jarvan. Oh, what the hell?
No, I was kind of forced on playing tanks. I said, nah, I'm playing Lee Sin. Fuck you guys.
They insta-locked Lee Sin in draft for.
You actually had the poppy angle, and you actually banned it for yourself. I was surprised.
I want to ask. Sorry. You made it very clear to me that you had something spicy.
It's. I mean, we had Zwain, we had Mauk. The real spice is not unlocked yet, but we had some. We gave.
There's more.
Oh, wait, so it's not spice from you. It's more the team in general.
I can say it's a double pick spice from left. So.
Okay.
Is it like a 5 spice kind of angle, or
the Mauk jungle and like Misfortune top now?
God.
But more to come is what we're hearing.
Tune in next episode where
we have some left. We didn't feel we needed to unlock everything this series too. Like
okay. Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, I mean, good luck to you guys going forward, and thank you so much for the good game. And again, thanks so much. Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah. As we close out the stream, I'd like to say big thanks to Runtime for participating. Runtime are all Italian team, by the way. So, arrivederci to our friends. And hope to see them in next SLE season.
Ciao.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even to add to that, I want to do a big shout out for Runtime. I think their playoffs run was definitely impressive, and despite a few rough games here, and all jokes aside with certain comments we said on the cast, they were impressive in this playoffs. They definitely they went further than people expected for sure.
And I mean, I hope to see them back next split. I hope to see them in Division 1 next split as well, if they get that opportunity. And I mean, it'll be a good learning experience from them taking this series. And I mean, hopefully going forward, they learn from it again.
Yeah.
Super good sports about it today. And GG's to them. I hope to see them again next split.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I think that brings us to the end. So, who's the next game? Who's the next game?
Next is it's your boys up against NME, I believe.
Well-
or is it Evo Chi?
No, I'm not. We'll figure it out. Stay tuned. Check updating the Discord.
Yes.
Someone will do that.
But actually, before we talk about who's next, I want to ask you, Brady, and Mikis, refrain from interrupting because I know me and you are biased, and we will chime in on the RT1 enemy. But Evo Chi, what are your thoughts? You better say the right things, you punk.
Right, let me just quickly open my DMs. Where is it? Savonix. I think that good Chi are going to win against Evo. Savonix is a great mid laner who plays really well. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
All right, the money will be in your PayPal account by tomorrow.
Appreciate it, man.
What is going on? Okay. Right. Moving on.
Oh man.
All right, Mikis. So we sort of touched on this on the podcast. For if anyone hasn't checked that out, it's Good Shit Gaming on YouTube. What are we thinking for this? Do you want listen? Silence. What do you think about this RT1 enemy matchup?
I'd say RT1 is definitely favored. I hope they have their full squad, so there is no more opium about like losing the game and stuff. I hope Brady is back from.
Wait, he wasn't there? I had no idea. They never mentioned it.
I mean, to be honest, look, I have no impact in my games anyway, so it is what it is, you know.
ABC life, right? So I do expect RT1 to take it. I wish we see more cleaner play from Division 2 team NME than we saw today. But if they are going for a bloodthirsty playstyle like Runtime did today, I wouldn't mind it as well. Maybe that will caught RT1 off guard. But I do expect them to take the series. Let's go, Brady. Score a penta.
Yeah,
I'll score a penta for you. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, and well, I mean, if the games go anything like sitting in listening to your solo games, woo, good luck.
What do you mean? I'm plat 2 now. Let's go. We're on the up.
Oh, he's proud of plat 2. Yes. Anyway, and I think with that we can close out the stream for now.
Analysis, not flame.
Yes, it's not flame, it's analysis, guys. Remember to hydrate. Say hello to your loved ones as much as possible, and take care.
Hello, Adrian.
Hello.
I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays.
I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own